What's going on, people? Welcome to a live watch along. It's been about 3 to 4 years. Some of you that are new to the channel probably don't even know that we used to do this back in the day. But look, thanks to every single one of us that's tuning in live. If you're watching this on replay and live, I'm only going to ask for one thing, and that is to hit the like button. If you do want to see this watch along in future streams, let's hit the like button. Let's see if we can get 150. It's ambitious. We didn't even warn you guys about the watch along today. So it'll be much appreciated if you can hit at least 150 likes. Also, let us know and interact with us in the live comment section as well. And I'm joined by Hambo here. Hambo, it has been a while. You're like my long lost dad. I think that's the best way of describing you. You're my football dad. And
that's literally
like 3 to 4 years ago.
You know, kids grow up, parents have to let go. And that's really what it was all about. I felt like you'd matured into this, strong young man who understands football, understands himself a little bit. And I felt like my job's done here. I can walk away. But I've had to come back because you've been talking a lot of nonsense. And, I'm just going to come back and right some wrongs.
Well, look, by the way, if people don't know, this is Roy Hodgson's biggest fan. If you say anything bad about Roy Hodgson in comments, he will ban you. That is facts.
Oh, yeah.
He is... of course, it's not a bad thing, but he is related to Roy Hodgson as well. So
we're roughly the same age.
Views towards Roy or say anything bad about Roy, of course, as usual. Let's keep it clean. Because Hambo will get offended, of course, as that is his family. But look, Hambo, let's actually talk about the game itself. By the way, it's not his family before you lot take me seriously. He's not by any means related to Roy Hodgson, but I don't think he's Roy's biggest fan. But actually talking about Roy and the team, Hambo, the players are going to be coming out now. Let's go through the lineup for Crystal Palace before we speak about Chelsea. For those who don't know, but you probably do. Dean Henderson in goal. At left back, Tyrick Mitchell with Mark Gahey and Joachim Madison at centre half, with Nathaniel Klein at right back with Joel Wood out injured. Richards and Jefferson Lerma as the two. Jordan Ayew, Eze and Elise right behind Mateta up front. I'll be honest, there's been a lot of talks about the future of Roy Hodgson and squad selection and injuries. But when you look at that lineup, Eze, Elise, Ayew, Mateta's been on form, that's starting. It's looking strong.
It's a good team, D, and that's the main thing, really. Like, for whatever you think about Roy and the long-term future of the manager position at the club, I think you've just got to say he hasn't really had that opportunity to play Eze and Elise together anywhere near as much as he would have liked. It was basically the driving force last season in those 10 games where Roy, shoved it to those of us who said it was a bad appointment. The start of this season and onwards, it's been a struggle because he hasn't had the best players available. Of course, Wilf left. We can't talk about that forever. But, there's enough at the club now. We see it. There's enough talent there now to really start pushing teams. And this is a Chelsea team that struggled. So they will look at our team, and as much as Roy said it, they won't fear us. They'll fear Eze and Elise together because they can't mark us out of the game that way. Elise on his own, 4 players on him, hard for him, isn't it? You think about the last couple of games, he's impacted as best as he can. 4 players on him, though. Can't do that because then all the space is there for Eze. Ayew, has been fantastic, but he's not an Eze or he's not an Elise, you know what I mean? He doesn't have that same impact on our opponents. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what we can do today against Chelsea. And I just hope we don't play too within ourselves. I don't fear them. They're in such poor form. They're go through such a transition at the moment. But, Gallagher's nailed on the score, right?
Yeah, 100%. But we'll talk about Chelsea's lineup. But before we do, thanks to every single one of you that's been tuning in live so far. I mean, we're on 33 likes. There's over 140, not 140. There's about 40 of you here so far already. So it seems like everyone's smashing the like button. Normally that doesn't happen. So thanks to every single one of you for that. Clearly, people do want to see more of this. But let's quickly talk about the Chelsea lineup. Of course, Gallagher is going to be the main talking point for what he's done. But Nkunku, that's the player that I'm looking out for the most. He's more than likely to play as a number 10. And there are weaknesses in the Chelsea side, like there are. And of course, they have got some quality players out there. Some of the names they look at, you got Colwell, who's playing out of position. And that's another thing with Chelsea. They've got a lot of quality players, but one, they're still learning from each other and they haven't hit the form that they should be. And 2, there's a lot of players out of position. They've got a left back playing right winger, for example, today in Maxson, which we should take advantage of.
Yeah, I think so. And look, Matsson's a decent player. You know what I mean? He's got versatility, but it's a very odd position for him. It really is. But you start looking at them, and you start, we talked a lot about injuries this season. Looking at their lineup. First team I've ever seen us play against that I can remember that has two keepers on the bench. Something we've moaned about a lot. Where rather than chuck a youngster in, Roy's been sticking a couple of keepers on the bench. But Chelsea done that today, Bettinelli and Bergstrom. So it shows perhaps they're struggling for numbers as well. But they're a much changed side, and we've really got to say, there's an opportunity here. I think there really is.
100%. Before the game starts, Hambo, and everyone in the chat as well, let us know. Score predictions. I'll be honest, I'm feeling a bit more optimistic with Eze in the lineup. Hopefully, we take the game to them. I think defensively, they're not that great. And I'll be honest, we need to get a result. One of two things. One, we're struggling as it is, and losing against Chelsea, a side that's not been in form. I know they got some good players, wouldn't help us. And two, Luton are right behind us. I think it's only 3 points now. So score predictions, Amber.
Yeah, I maybe get a draw today. I don't want to be too negative. My hope is that we'll play Chelsea off the park and take this one 2-0. But I could see a 1-1 maybe. I think it's it's just going to be a long, hard struggle. We're not going to come out of the blocks quick, I don't think. And I'm partly saying these things because I hope to be wrong, but I don't think we'll be coming out of the blocks too quick. We're going to try and kind of kill the game early doors and then work out for that opportunity later on. And I think we've got to look at the bench as to where we'll be able to do something in this game.
The game has actually kicked off now. Come on, Palace. Come on. I'm going to go for 1-0 as well. I think you said 1-0, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I hedged my bets. I said 2-0 Palace. But yeah.
I'm a bit optimistic. I don't know why, but when I see, I do know why, because I see Eze there. So that's one of the reasons. And also, Lohan Richards, who's actually been playing solid as well. Of course, Nathan Fine at right back. 26 seconds for me, if in case someone wants a time check. 30 seconds now. Hamber, what are you on?
Yeah, I'm 2 seconds ahead of you, so I'm going to quickly pause for 2 seconds.
Yeah, I'm on 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. All right, then. Now we're synced up as well. Lisa, of course, on the right-hand side, Nathaniel Klein there as well. Go on, Klein. He put the ball in the box. We have to use it. We have to take advantage of Mateta as well, his height and presence, because his hold-up play was actually very good against, what do you call it? Klein, he puts the ball in the box. Go on, Mateta. Wins it, but it gives it back.
Sort of headed it away from the goal there.
It's not so far.
Yeah. So, when you see us come down the right-hand side, look where Klein is now, just as he's getting that ball in the box. It's just cleared for the throw. But look where he is. And I hate to say it. I hate to sort of start really with a bit of a moan. But, when Wardy was made captain and plays every game, he doesn't really give you that. He doesn't try and go down the outside too often. Klein's got to try and keep this position, make it his own for however long, Wardy's out, and then try and keep it beyond that. Because he's a dangerous player. When he can get in support of Elise, gives Elise the opportunity to run inside, knowing somebody's going on the outside as well. Those combinations are really important.
Yeah. Also, if you're just joining us now, if you could, I know some of you are tempted, if you could try avoid spoilers, that'll be much appreciated as well. We'll be going through the comment section, but now that the game has started, we'll be focusing more on the game as well. But make sure to send in your comments. We'll read them here and there as well. Look, strong start. Joachim Anderson on the ball, Ayew through the middle. That's a poor pass to Eze. But Eze's playing on the left.
Yeah.
Is he? Or is he just out of position right now?
He's there's a lot of interchange of position, isn't there? So, Eze had drifted wide left, so Ayew came inside, and now Ayew's back out there. So that fluid front forward.
Preston, that's what I'm talking about. Well done. Jordan, win that corner. Still got it down the left-hand side.
Still got it down there.
As a spoiler, he's still got it. His dribbling is amazing, by the way. He's one of the most underrated players there in terms of dribbling and the way he wins.
Yeah, he's hard to knock off the ball as well, isn't he?
He is. That's the thing. He's actually
he knows
amazing.
what he's doing. That's why he gets so many fouls.
Go on, Eps.
Go on.
I went out 6. I pressed my flipping Alexa. By accident. What minute are you?
I'm on 255, 256, 257, 258.
Okay, I'm 256. Let me just go a bit more forward, then I'll stop. I'm going to stop at 310. Let me know when you're at 310.
I will let you know when I'm at 3.
We are pressing, exactly. Cody's saying we're pressing. Yeah, we are. We're
now,
actually excited. Oh, jeez,
you weren't listening, were you? You just started talking.
Yeah. Well, no,
just like the old
there.
days.
315. I'm on 315 now. 316, 317, right. 318. Are we synced? 319.
Right, near enough. I'll pause for a second and it's cool.
Okay, cool. We're keeping majority of the possession so far. I'm actually surprised.
Yeah, good start. Really good start. And again, I saw it mentioned in the chat earlier on. Sorry, I can't quite find where it was.
Go on, Michael. Go on, Michael. Go on. Taking a Cobalt. Nice turn inside. Thank you. This is a good position. Free kick for Palace.
Didn't think he was going to give that there. Didn't think he was. But yeah, anyway, look, you know.
Giving him a hug. That's a very good area.
No card, though. He's seen a lot of cards in the last few weeks, haven't we, for tiny foul?
Yeah, he's grabbing him. He done him there, though. He done leave a goal.
It isn't. It isn't, but 2 weeks ago, it would have been a yellow card for a Palace player, wouldn't it? So.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it depends if he was the ref from the Liverpool game. Yeah, 100% it would be.
I don't know why I've forgotten his name, but
exactly.
Yeah, as I say, good
start
at
home against Man United. This is where Elise scored last time out.
This is what you like to see, though, right? You like to see. Yeah, I think so. You got to shoot here, but you got Ebbs and Elise. You know, you got a left footer and a right footer. It's a fantastic thing to have. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, exactly. Eze?
Ebbs takes it. Oh, just wide. So, yeah, didn't even clip the side netting. See what he's trying to do, but
yeah. I would have preferred Elise to swing it in. Swing it towards a goal, anyways. But good start so far. Honestly, good start from Palace. Like, we're actually taking the game to them, which we should be doing, and we are. At times, we can be give teams a bit more respect than they deserve, but seems like we're actually going for it, and maybe it's down to other results as well against Luton. Now Chelsea on attack, Lerma's getting back, and QQ on the ball as well. Mudryk down the left hand side. Nice, we got numbers back. Solid. We stopped it. We stopped the counter attack, which is good. We just have to make sure we defend here. Behind.
But it's just not numbers in the middle, isn't it? We try and push them out wide, and that's where they'll go and find the space again and come in. Similar pattern to Brighton, really, because we did really well in the first half by having our midfield with a high line, but we did allow ourselves to get very compact.
I read that's a card.
Oh, that's got to be there's a late challenge on Lerma.
It's a late challenge, but he's not giving it, of course, because they're playing at home. Probably that's why. But yeah, that could easily be a yellow card. Come on, man.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Would have to be ex-Brighton, wouldn't it, who made that challenge?
Yeah, of course. I forgot he used to play for Brighton. He was actually half decent player for Brighton as well. In terms of the stats so far, both in terms of like possession, 49% for Palace, 51% for Chelsea. So pretty even. We've had a shot. They haven't had any shots yet in about 6 minutes. So, overall, very solid. Nice switch to the left-hand side, Jordan Ayew. Take him on. Take on Gusto. Come on, Jules. Come on. Oh, I need support. Mitchell's there. Still got it.
Don't know what happened there. We somehow still got it.
Yeah, we still got it. We just have to put the ball in the box. Ref, come on. It's just, we're getting to the wide areas, but it's about finding. Oh, this is nice. That's nice. It's about finding. Whoa, Anderson. Fair enough. I will take it.
Shot on target, isn't it, from Anderson?
Yeah, shot on target. We're finding space on the wide area so far, which is good. It's just like trying to get the ball into the box. That's the next step, trying to figure that out, because Chelsea, they're allowing us to go out wide, but they're also stopping us from, making the crosses into the box as well. But I can't complain. So far. We just have to make sure. Remember, it's a 9-minute game.
Yeah. Just a little thing for those at home, watching us as well. If you watch carefully, just seeing that ball over the top, don't think Elisa's got
Michael. Come on, Michael. Put it in. Oh,
just slowing across.
Would you accept it? He's back on the ball. Elise down the right side. That's a foul. That's a foul. Come on, ref. Come on. How's that not a foul? Go on, Richards. No, come on, man. How's that a foul? That's the same thing.
He's given that.
Is that not the same thing?
Yeah.
That's a foul on Elise. Yeah. Oh, my days. That was 100% a foul on Elise. But that's still good. I mean, he dropped the Chelsea player. Who was it that he dropped? Elise. And then Mudryk came in last minute to tackle him. But that's not a foul. Come on. If you're not giving that to Lisa, you can't give it to Conor Gallagher as well.
That is 100% foul on Elisa. You cannot argue it.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Apparently, we're doing Gallagher. I don't know why we are. Of course, we haven't got the audio because we're doing a watch along. But Chelsea in behind. Oh no, Mitchell clears off the line. I don't know who that was. I think it was Maatsen. They got him behind there. 8 minutes gone by. That was a bit risky. I don't know how. Yeah. It's so easy, but Mitchell cleared it off the line. That's probably the best chance of the game so far for Chelsea.
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, if you get that's the only thing with our centre backs, getting it over the top and in behind is probably the only kind of weakness that they have. Because especially if we're trying not to drop too deep, which we're trying not to give us a chance going the other way. We've been
so far defensively, just that one moment. We just switched off. There's so much space in the middle and managed to pick out the pass. Now they're keeping a bit of the ball, but
anyway, Dio, most importantly, what I was in the middle of saying was my chair is slightly broken and it's very, very, very imperceptibly slowly lowering. So if I don't adjust it, some point my head's going to be like down here. So just keep an eye.
You might as well adjust it now while Chelsea on the ball. Gallagher's in the middle.
No, I just want people to have something else to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
Good stop from Anderson there.
Nice.
He tried a little bit of a waste with the ball forward.
Not a good ball from Lerma so far. Yeah. Well, yeah, look, possession stats, XG, of course, Chelsea got a better XG now. They're keeping a bit more of the ball. Possession's gone up to 59% for Chelsea, comparison to 41% for Palace. It was about 50 about 3 to 4 minutes ago. They had that one chance, but, you know, I'll probably take the draw today. But if we do draw today, Hambo, is it a case of against the likes of Brentford that we have to win? Because, I mean, it's Chelsea away from home. I get that. And by the way, would you say that was a good stop by Henderson?
I mean, he's got a hand on it, so that's the important thing. He's made the save, hasn't he? He's made the save. That's it. You got.
Would you say that if we get a draw today, by a bare minimum, that we have to go beat Brentford if we don't win today because of like the Luton situation? I guess we have to kind of put that pressure on ourselves. I mean, we're slowly getting dragged to the bottom, and these teams are picking up more points by the week.
I mean, I've got to say, of course, we do, because the problem we've got is that the teams that we were supposed to beat, and that's not trying to be arrogant or anything like that. It's the whole idea of having Roy as your manager, is that he gets you the wins against the sides around you. But he failed to do that against Bournemouth. Well, the players too. Failed to do that against Bournemouth. Failed to do that against Everton. Failed to do that against Luton and Forest as well. So those are teams that we should have picked those points. So it becomes even more important. A point today is great, but in the context of how Chelsea have been playing, it's not like, oh my God, you got a point away at Chelsea. It's, you did all right, you got a point away at Chelsea, but they are there for the beating at this moment in time. They got a great team and it will continue to get better and better. But right now they are struggling to gel and we have to take advantage of it. So I'll be, you talk about beating Brentford. Yeah, think about their form at the moment as well. Same thing.
Go on, Lemma. We won the ball high up the pitch. Ezra's on the ball now. Down the left. Gusto just takes the ball off him. But, I mean, our press has been okay as well so far after 10 minutes.
Yeah, did you see Cody in the chat there saying that we're slowly falling out of it? And there's a little bit of that going on. It happened against Brighton a couple of times first half and the entire of the second half, just forgetting to move up and then get back. And it's a lot of concentration and a lot of effort. They sort of corrected it now, but it's worth keeping an eye on.
Yeah, I mean, we just want the ball high up the pitch by pressing them. Mateta, what's that, offside? He's offside. I thought that was a poor pass to Eze. But yeah, look, at least we're going for it. Like we've got a plan to press rather than just having a low block and just sitting back and allow them to, to be fair, they've been struggling against low block sides. So yeah, there is that. But today it seems like we want to try and bring the game to them and kind of play into their hand in that way, because I think they prefer it when they're spacing behind. Like they do,
yeah. But I think we're just at a point where, we just want to be in the game, don't we? Like we want to be a participant. We've had too many games. What?
The Klein on the floor.
Klein, he slipped.
No. Down the left-hand side, Gusto's through. Crossing to box. Mudryk. Oh, man.
Scores.
So simple. Look, we're just giving praise. Just giving praise. 1-0 Chelsea. Gusto runs down the left-hand side. Klein slips. Puts the ball into basically just outside the 6-yard box. Mudryk tap in. 1-0 Chelsea, just like that.
It's just not. Honestly, it is a mistake. Kleiny's studs are, he's either got the wrong studs on or he's just, I don't know.
How did it start?
Just watching it in the replay now. So he's straight up. He's so narrow for a start. So I don't know why his starting position is. Well, I do because it's how we play. But having a fullback that narrow when you're marking a space and not a player again, and if he's not in that position trying to turn the way he's trying to turn, he doesn't fall. So positional problem from Klein, but not getting back. Not marking players, not getting back. What can you say?
Look at Mudryk, he didn't even celebrate it because it was so easy. It was so easy.
He's embarrassed.
Oh, it's the fact that the right back ran from the right-hand side and ended up down the left, putting the ball into the box. Like, he done us in midfield, but I think it pretty much falls down to Klein slipping and no one picking up Mudryk in the box. I think Gay was the closest to him, but then the whole back line, it just crumbled. It just crumbled.
No, but you see this, and this comes into a constant topic of discussion, right? In terms of how we approach the games, right? We are a team that plays in a rigid shape. Players play where they play. They don't move. They don't take risks. You talked about it there. Players running out of position create a problem. Oh, what's Anderson doing here?
Anderson, what are you doing? Oh my days!
I can't believe he's given a foul for that. I have to say that is
the referee's a prick. That's what he is.
That is utter bullshit. That is. Yeah. But anyway, no, I don't know. It's there's some shakiness going on at the moment. But so I mean, Anderson here, he's out in the right back position. So my question is, where's Klein?
Yeah,
right at this moment in time, and it's a little bit of that goes on. There's a lack of sort of. The centre backs, when they're allowed to just be centre backs, are fine, but they're constantly having to go out and cover, and it's all of that. It goes back to the shape. It's the shape that we consistently go with. Chelsea know what to exploit because every other team knows what to exploit because we have the same shape every week.
Yeah, for me, it's Mudryk. Mudryk had all the time in the world, but Gallagher puts the ball in the box. Chelsea have a head onto it, but it's well wide and Cuckoo. Not endangering the goalie. 1-0 Chelsea as we're approaching 60 minutes. If you're new here, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, people, if you do want to see more watch-alongs. Today's the first one. It might be the last one.
They were all like this in lockdown, weren't they? Like
exactly.
Lockdown times, we were just heads in hands crying. Like it was just
playing out from the back still, which is good to see. I guess Anderson with the ball lofts it to Mateta. Mateta's running onto it. Go on, Mateta. Nah, it's not there. Chelsea play it back to the goalie, and they're just playing out from the back.
Yeah.
It's frustrating,
this is we're having that little moment that happens, like when the game plan being what it is, it's now gone, right? So everyone sort of has this bit of hesitancy.
Hold on, Tyreek, strong. That's what I'm talking about. Oh my days! And then we have a throw on. Was it throw on or the ball was on play, and Eze just loses it straight away? It's pointless. Chelsea have the ball again. We have to be better in terms of keeping the ball. Come on, boys. Come on. But look, we are still pressing them, man. But Lerma wins high up the pitch. Come on. Elise. Go on, Max. Lerma. Gallagher's on him. He needs support. Look, that's the thing. They're closing off the middle. But Eze still got it. They're closing off the middle. They're just basically pushing us out wide. Oh, no.
Eze's tripped himself up there.
Who's that?
Eze tripped himself up with the ball there, but anyway, got Elise on right side.
Elise is having fun with Colwell. Go on, Michael. He's on him. Who's in the box? Oh, Gusto clears it.
Great ball for the back post, but
give the ball to Michael Elise. Honestly, that's where we're getting in behind. Give the ball to Elise. Literally, switch it down there. Stop playing games. Give the ball to Elise. Let him take on Colwell in 1v1 situation. Look, there's no space through the middle. That's a foul, though. That's a foul. No booking. But look, every time we're going through, Hambo, it seems like it's down the right-hand side. Colwell, he's having fun. Well, not Colwell. Elise is having fun against Colwell.
Yeah, for sure. And I just think at this moment in time, it's it just seems to be more instinctive to play down that side. Ayew on the other side is, perhaps a little bit wasted out there in a minute because he's been great playing in Elise's absence, but he's a far weaker player. But I know what you're saying, but I personally I feel like there should be better balance there, really. As they put this free kick in.
Go on. It's there. Far post. No one's even attacking it. Anderson got it. Pulls the ball to the middle, but no one's there. Gay's got it. Klein at the edge of the box. We recycle it. Elise puts it to the far post. Mateta's there. Mateta. Oh, no one's at the 6-yard box. Come on. Someone attack. Why is no one in the danger areas? That was a very good ball from Elise to Mateta. Yeah. Mateta should be there. But
the quality.
He's at the far post, so someone else needs to attack. Look at all the players in attack. Oh, he's offside. Anyway,
he's offside. Yeah. But that first time ball in from Elise is insane.
That was something else, man. Just having moments. Not really having many shots. We're having moments. That's the best way to describe it so far.
Yeah, but it's but the main moment that matters is we're 1-0 down, sadly, and it was totally avoidable. Kleiny snapping in there, trying to win something back, trying to make up for his mistake, but
Wolves 2-1 with Brentford. I mean, it's been 20 minutes and there are 3 goals in that game. But Brentford, they're losing, which is, I guess, a positive against us. And I'm telling you, if we don't win this game, Hodgson, he's under pressure, massively under pressure against Brentford. What is it? 11, 12, 13? And if you don't beat Brentford, a side that's struggling as well. And Chelsea's another side that's been struggling. I know Chelsea's got the name. Chelsea are Cole just done Elise there. But we have to get something out of the next 2 games. We just have to. We're entering that territory. Oh, no. Is that Nkunku at the edge of the box? We're back. Richards, they're wonderful.
Yes.
Lovely. Chris Richards. Might as well talk about him.
Been a real positive, hasn't he, in the last few games?
Lately.
But no, you're right. Hodgson's under pressure no matter what, in my view. He's not had the impact that we hoped he would. He's not won the games we thought he would. And the run we're on is extremely poor. Loads of clubs have had horrendous injury problems, and it is having an impact. Could Newcastle's drop of form? It's really tough, but we haven't made the best of what we've got, and it's been a real shame.
Gallagher's down the left-hand side.
Yeah, he's right. Eze's had to fill in, and that's the problem with us having the shape we have, trying to press up the pitch. We're not great at getting it back.
Oh, nice Mateta, nice hold-up play.
That is he's got to give that.
Foul. How's that not foul? He's holding him.
You ever told Mateta to get up, or he went, no, just waved a hand at him, dismissed.
Seriously, he's holding him. He's grabbing him by the waist like he wants to dance with him. What's going on? It's a blatant foul. Anyways, 2 of the moments now so far with the referee. Weird. One with Elise at the edge of the box, and now with Mateta literally grabbing him, but Chelsea still have the ball. Caicedo gives it to Jackson. Jackson to Mudryk. Mudryk in front of goal. What save, Henderson? What save?
Oh, he's done it. He's got us out of that one there. Oh,
he literally did. Mudryk should have scored. And that's a foul. How's that?
He's actually given that one.
That's not a foul. That was nothing read on Elise. How are you giving that a foul but not fouling Mateta? What are you doing? That was a fantastic save from Henderson. That should have been a goal. That should have been 2-0. Mudryk in front of goal. Henderson comes out, makes himself big in front of Mudryk, and he missed the chance, but they got him behind. They've had 2 big chances now. One of them they scored, the other one they didn't. And Mudryk has been the player that's finding space in behind Hamburg. We have to figure out a way to try and follow him in the danger areas.
But this is the thing, and I know there's a little bit of chat on this in the chat in general, but I don't feel like I've ever seen us look this flaky at the back under Roy. It really is a concern.
We shouldn't though. When you look at the players, Anderson and Gay on form, we'll talk. Oh, geez, look at that ball. Talk about Anderson. It was a poor ball too. Look, when Anderson can't make diagonal passes, then there's something wrong. That used to be his game, and I think it might be down to confidence. But with Anderson and Gay, we shouldn't be struggling as much as we have defensively. Now, I'm not saying we should be keeping a clean sheet week in, week out, but we're talking about players that we value as a club. about 60 million or 70 million pound or 40 million pound. They're talking about defenders combined worth at least 80 to 100 million pound. We shouldn't be as shaky as we've been, especially under Roy Hodgson's side. That what he's known for is not his attacking play, his defensive play. And he has actually got good defenders. I think that's the most worrying thing about it. We are trying to press them, but it's not about pressing them for the sake of it. It's about following the runners as well. And Mudryk, I don't know what's going on with him. We're falling asleep. Whenever he's on the ball, he's just getting behind. It's been twice now. And one of them, he scored.
Yeah.
Wide open.
I know he's just standing off, isn't he? That's the thing. Like, because we don't get tight, we don't mark players, we mark spaces. So if they're not in the space, we don't go to them. That's always been our way, and it's just being exploited more often. I think that's really what the difference is. We should have invested in a right back. We should have invested in competition at left back. We know that, and we've had real bad luck with injuries in midfield. A lot of people in the chat talking about missing Doucoure, and I think that's true. But I think if anything, having Richards in there, it's like having a third centre back to drop in as Elise puts the ball in the box, but nobody in particular.
I mean, it's a poor ball, but it's just hopeful. It's just hope. That was just hope. There's nothing really behind that. Yeah, it's annoying because you look at the stats, Hambo. Chelsea expected goals 1.11. I know stats saying everything, but Palace 0.07. Yeah. We've only had 3 shots, 1 on target, and we haven't really created any chances like that. 25 minutes. Oh, they're behind again. Jackson this time. Again, once again. Oh my days. He just goes out wide. Thank God it's missed by miles. But not an actual quality striker, because if it was, then that chance could have won south. But once again, I think he might be offside. Is it offside? Even if it's not offside. Is he offside? Can't even tell.
Whatever.
He didn't look offside when the ball was initially played. Yeah, he's offside.
Yeah, he is. He's off. He's off. But, if you think about that early chance that Chelsea had before they scored, and we were chatting about it, weren't we? Like playing inside, and think again about how Brighton played against us in the second half. They just bulldozed through the middle, didn't they? Little passes off each other, running into space, and it's literally looks like Chelsea just watched that game and thought, all right, let's just do that then, and it's really working for them. You have to say they are playing, quick one-touch football around our back line to get in behind, and it's a frustration.
Yeah. Do you think there's a chance that we might change our approach based on what's been going on with Chelsea getting balls behind? Hold on, before you mention that, Jordan and I down the left-hand side. Come on, George. Go on, George. Go on, George. In the box. I can't beat Gusto.
I'm going to have a whinge if we don't score.
Klein? It's annoying. It's annoying. We're getting to the areas. What's going on here? Jackson versus Anderson and Gahey. Go on, Anderson. Oh, my days. Anderson's on the ground. Jackson beat him. No way in QQ. Oh, what? Is that pen? No?
I mean, he thinks it is, doesn't he? I don't know if that's a VAR one, but maybe he nicked the ball. I don't know.
What was that, though, from Anderson? And Gahey, what's going on? Why are we slowing down?
Maybe we're waiting to see if VAR. I don't know. I mean, it looked a great challenge. If let's see what it is. It's either a great challenge or an obvious foul. I know he's kicked the ground, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't think that's a foul. Well, what happened there? Anderson gets the header for Jackson, and then he tries to barge him, and then he gets floored.
Yeah, he's having it.
I'll be honest. When you go to games, you can see the full picture. Of course, here it's a bit different tactically. Maybe this helps watching from home. Yeah. But when you see their facial expression from players, you might say I'm pushing. But Joachim Anderson, I'm not saying he's not interested, but I don't think he's motivated to the levels that
he looks like.
And I can't blame him because he said that before. He wants to play for a bigger club. Lerma loses the ball in our final third. Mudryk on the ball now. Richards, love you. Richards been class so far. He has been class, even with the Nkuku challenge as well. He was right behind him to put him off. But yeah, I mean, Anderson, he's not. I don't know, Amber. It just doesn't feel like the same Joachim Anderson.
It's overconfidence. I think it's overconfidence there. I think he's. He was absolutely sensational form for us, and it's dropped off. And I just feel like you're right. I don't necessarily think if it's expressions or whatever, but body language is very. He kind of very, I don't know, sort of like calm, but you kind of need some degree of intensity sometimes, and I think that's missing a little bit. And yeah, I don't know, but he's having a poor game so far today. That's for sure, right? And whether that's
Yeah.
because he's not used to playing next to Klein. It's been Wardy there pretty much all season, and maybe that's why Ward has been there all season to give that extra bit of solidity, by being so narrow all the time. But
Yeah,
it's a tough one to call. But
yeah, Anderson's held it down like by himself in the past, and he was. I mean, when the season started, people talking about him being our best defender. So I just don't understand what's really changed now. Like, it doesn't make sense. I'm not saying he's had he's having a bad game, but there's been other games where he hasn't been at the levels that he should be at. You get it? Like, it's not the usual. Anderson. Go on, Mateta. Go on. Nice counter attack now. Go on. Release. Oh, Mateta beats him. Take a shot. Go on, Ed. Shoot. Oh, blocked again. Everything's blocked. Oh, that was good from Mateta, but it's blocked.
While I'm thinking about it, because it's Mateta, I'm just waiting to see what happens. But Ayu's gone down. I get a free kick there. Right. Well, I do need to give Jordan Ayew some serious stick for when he broke down the left earlier on. Mateta just needed the early ball in. One thing with Ayew, particularly on the left side, he's just got the head down all the time. It drives me mad. Doesn't look up. And if he looks up, he could have got an early cross in, and Mateta's just perfectly timed the run. Instead, Mateta times the run perfectly and then has to stop and then walk backwards. So the opportunity's gone. We've got it's about playing to strengths, right? And I think it goes back to what you're saying about Anderson as well. Do we play to Anderson's strengths when, like you say, doesn't really play a diagonal ball anymore? Is our defence set up to get the best out of Anderson and Gay as a partnership? Doesn't look like it right now. So we really have to just, bear in mind that we it just goes back to what I think, which is that we're not getting the best out of our players.
Who was that? I think that was Colwell that headed it away. If he didn't, Anderson's head was going to be on it. Anderson's pressuring Gallagher down the right-hand side.
Now the brakes on, isn't it?
Ball in behind Mudryk. Mudryk's on the ball. Mudryk against Mitchell. He's in the box.
Tyreek all the way into the right back. Well done. Callum thinks Ayew's been our best player this year. Been our hardest working player. I don't think he's been our best player.
No, I think Ayew's had a very good season so far.
He's been good. He's been all right. He's been good.
I get what you mean about his decision making, his heads down, etc. But that's why Jordan Ayew's at Crystal Palace and not at a big club. I said it earlier on when the game started. His dribbling at times is unmatched. The way he keeps the ball, it's not fair. Like, the way he controls the ball is better than some of our other players that are class. But it's his decision making and final third that lets him down. But I think with Jordan Ayew, that's what you're gonna get, right? If you have better decision making, better end product, you wouldn't be at Palace. But Gallagher's got this corner anyways. Let's see what we do. Gallagher puts the ball in the box. Ayew clears it from post. His work ethic defensively also helps him as well.
Yeah, no, that's it. He's a fantastic defensive forward, and he works as harder than anybody else for the team. And if everybody had his attitude, we'd be a lot higher up the table. I can tell you that much. But in terms of quality, at times it just doesn't quite have it often enough. But you see it in little sparks, don't you? And you think, why can't he? That dribble and goal against West Ham sticks in my mind as one of the best goals I've ever seen live. Why doesn't he do that sort of thing more often? It's like,
Yeah.
But there you go.
Mateta back on the ball. Mateta's been way more involved. Oh, that's all foul, man. That's all foul. He's battling it out. Oh, jeez. Mateta's hold-up play has actually been solid ever since the Brighton game or last game. He's actually looked a bit more involved, which I like because he's a big guy. So I don't understand why he doesn't use his size to his advantage. And he has been doing it over the past few games. And once again, we're kind of using him as a target man. We lofting the ball over to him, and he's done relatively okay so far. We just need to give him the service in the box. But then again, when you talk about service, Hambo, I mean, let's talk about creative players. For me, Elise has been fine. He's gone in behind a few times, beat his player, balls into the box. But Eze, has he been involved enough?
Oh no, he's really struggling at the moment. Like in this match, we're obviously excited to see him start for the first time in a long time. I think is it Mitch Blank in the chat said he's not at full strength, and that's just what it is. He's some way off full strength. But at the same time, I think probably he's got a lot to think about. He's got a very, very good defensive central midfielder next to him, pretty much, occupying the same space as him in Caicedo, and there's not an awful lot of space there. So he just has to work a little bit harder and be a little bit smarter, and just try to kind of play his way into the game. Because right now, he's just.
But he should be demanding the ball, though.
There.
He should be the one that has that creative freedom. Gusto down the right-hand side, gives it to Matson. He takes a shot, and it's just out wide.
They doubled up out wide again. That's an old tactic against us. Do that against any Odsonne team. Just double up on the wide players, hug the touchline a bit, and you'll get space.
But I called it before the season even started. Like, that was going to be the case, because our weakness, you don't have to be a professor in rocket science to realize that our weakness is our fullbacks. Like, it's clearly, like, that's what it is. Like, our fullbacks, that's our weakness. So this was always the case. That's what we needed, especially at right back anyway. In box, Mudryk, Mateta. Nice header away. Gallagher still has at the edge of the box, pass it down the left-hand side. Mudryk, ball in the box. Anderson clears it. Let's see if we can get on the ball. Gallagher heads it back. Mateta heads it away. Eze. Chelsea got the ball in their own half. The managed to keep it after the corner. We cleared it away, but we couldn't retain the ball, and now they're slowing it down. Funny enough, look, possession is going up. It's going up and up as the game goes on. If you remember, it started off 50-50 near enough the first 10 minutes, but Lerma wins the ball back from Gallagher, which is good. Mateta's on the ball. Mateta beats Gallagher. Advantage is played. Go on, Ebbs. Eze's on the ball. This is where you want to see Eze. On the ball in these areas. Go on, find a player now. Just turn around.
Yeah, just span around for a while. Still got the ball. That's the main thing. But yeah, the kind of momentum's gone. You think about the pace that Chelsea are breaking with and are pushing us with. It's just absolutely.
We're getting Chelsea by Chelsea. I mean, we're struggling to break them down.
Yeah,
this is what should be happening for them against us. We should be on the low block probably. For Chelsea, but they've had a few chances so far, and now we're just playing around the back. It's like, I don't mind playing around the back, but where's the movements? Like, what's the plan? Because Lerma now hoofs it to Nathaniel Klein, not even Elise, and just lose the ball. We're passing around the back, but how are we trying to break into the final third? 35 minutes gone, and I'll give out some stats as well. If you're just joining us live, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, people, if you do want to see more watch-alongs. This is our first one of the season. So far, in terms of total shots, 4, 1 on target, XG for Palace, 0.12 for Chelsea, 1.14. Mateta, nice hold-up play. That's what I like to see from Mateta. See? Much better. We haven't seen that from Mateta ever since he joined the club. It's been improving in that area. Well, from last game and this game anyways. Klein on the ball down the right hand side. Lerma, that is piss poor, man. Offside. Yeah. Offside from there. Yeah. Oh, frustrating. Eze needs to get into the game a bit more, and defensively, we just have to make sure we try runs. That's it. But going forward, Hambo, with Eze Elise on the pitch, maybe I'm being a bit too much. Maybe I'm asking a bit too much, but what's the only chance so far? I don't know.
If you think about the language that gets talked about quite a lot at Palace, right? Which is when we talk about how we play, it's like, keep in the game, keep working hard, and then we talk about hoping that our attacking players will do something. And I feel like that's what it is today. If I'm looking at Chelsea and I'm looking at their attacking patterns, I can see what they're trying to do with us. When I look at our attacking patterns, I feel like that is a great tackle from Klein. I feel like we're just hoping we're getting the ball to players.
What is that? What was the need? Why? Just Lerma, slow it. Just calm it. Oh, jeez, what was that? We won the ball in midfield, and we just give a hook ball to Jordan Ayew and just lose the ball. Yeah. Oh, it's frustrating. Just a bit better in the final third. Come on, have some patterns. Know what we're doing. What's our plan in their half? We can pass around the back, but what's our plan? Because right now I'm just seeing balls being lofted in the final third. Just be a bit more composed. Come on, Palace. Oh, it's frustrating. It's frustrating. Sorry, Hambo, I cut you off.
No, it's fine. I was just making that the point, and now it's been picked up in the chat as well. Like, we don't have an established like method of creating chances. We have get it to the front four and see what they can do about it.
Yeah.
And that's how it feels anyway. I really hope. I'm sure we work on attacking movement. I'm sure we do. I'm sure we work on systems of play and support and all that kind of stuff. But it just doesn't feel like we do. Chelsea turns up today.
I've said it before. I mean, even against the Luton game, we scored that fantastic goal from Elise, but we don't have any attacking patterns or play. Like, we just don't.
No.
There isn't any signs of it. And geez, what was that? What did we just do? Just gave the ball away.
Because Chelsea pushed all the way up the pitch there and just left us behind that.
But that's the thing, Hambo. I 100% agree with you. We don't have attacking patterns or play. It's about individual brilliance. That's what we rely on. Give the ball to Eze, give the ball to Elise, and Elise more than often you can try to create that. But you want to have movement or patterns that you're familiar with, and I just don't see that at Palace, and I haven't seen that for a very long time. And that's the one area which is confusing. But it's not also a surprise as well, though, because as I said, and I don't mean this with disrespect, Roy is not known for his attacking side of the game. He never has been. So
it's more. Yeah,
I don't expect more than that. Moving at Barcelona, but I expect us to have something, but we just don't have it. That's the most frustrating thing. We're just relying on individuals.
Mudryk might be in again. There you go. Well done, Henderson. But like, it's more than that for me, dear. It's more a case of like, I mean, look at the teams that came up. Okay, we got Sheffield United, and Luton and Bournemouth. I know it's Bournemouth. My brain, I can't remember. Yeah, it's Bournemouth. Yeah, because they got
not Bournemouth.
Burnley. Sorry, my brain. I thought, okay. Oh, dear. So, Burnley, right? So, Burnley, all three, let's call it what it is. All three, they aren't turning up and blocking in games. They're trying, right? They're giving it a go. They're starting to get results here and there as well from actually having a proper pop at teams. Burnley and Sheffield United probably haven't got enough, but there's something really interesting going on with Luton that makes you really worried, doesn't it? But if the squad that Luton have can get involved in matches against good teams and put them under pressure for long periods of time and score goals and create chances, why can't this squad of players? And what it is, we play like a team from 20 years ago. The game's moved on. You don't have to do the same things that you did 20 years ago to be successful. Fullbacks have moved on. They're not players that just sit there and tuck in all the time. They go on the outside. They run. They become an extra attacker. Like sitting players in midfield. It's not about having two defensive midfielders sitting there and screening your back four all game. You got players who can do box to box. Remember when Gallagher came in and made such a difference to us? It's because he did everything. He did the defensive work. He did the running with the ball. He did the passing. He did attacking, shooting, like scoring goal. He did all of those things from the centre of midfield. And that is what the modern game is. The modern game isn't putting people in little boxes and saying, that's your role, that's your role, that's your role. Don't change, don't move shape. So if you do that every single week, you'll still get, and the whole thing is we're playing percentages. We'll get a certain amount of points, a certain amount of wins, a certain amount of this and that if we do the same thing every single week. And that's our whole philosophy. And as fans, it's horrible to watch. It's really disillusioning. And we're back there again. We had it over a period of time. We went from year one with Roy to year four with Roy. We loved it, and it gradually got to the point of hating it. We went away for a season and a half, and now we're back again. And it's because we're a team playing in a way that no teams really do anymore.
Yeah, and it's been the case though in attack anyways. I mean, we should be doing more with these attackers that we got. Eze's on the pitch, Elise is on the pitch. I mean, who else do we want? Back, Edouard ain't, but
Ebbs.
Got creative players there, and we're not getting the best out of them right now. Do you get it? Like, we need to be getting the best out of them. Still, a few more minutes left till half time, 42nd minute. Gusto down the right side. He's been lively for them. He got assists as well. Just start the ball. Matson down there, right hand side, plays into the middle. Nkuku on the ball. Does Gahey. Puts the ball there. Mudryk takes a shot.
Mudryk
Anderson
again,
blocks it. Mudryk's on the ball. There's 3 players surrounding him. Eva Colwell at the edge of the box. Jackson. Chelsea recycling possession at the edge. Caicedo gives it to Conor Gallagher. We shut down the middle areas. We push them back. They're near their own half. Desai gets the ball, gives it to Conor Gallagher. Doing well so far. Trying to close the spaces in this phase of play anyways. Chelsea still have the ball. They're recycling it.
It's good. We're doing well defensively there in that moment, right? But look at the movement from Chelsea. Like, I wish we had that kind of movement. I feel like
that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean by pattern play. Like that goes down to coaching, though. You get that there's another thing apart from coaching. It goes down to coaching, and that's simply what it is. And I think that's what we're struggling. They're keeping the ball still. 43 minutes gone by, playing it around. Palace, we're trying to press them. There's a bit of a half-hearted press, really. Not really going toe-to-toe. And they're comfortable. They're one part. They could take their time. Like, they're not under pressure. Do you get it? They're not under pressure.
We started, the game well, and ever since, the 10th minute or so, we've just lost track of it. And it'll be another one of those games. We're coming up, a minute from half time. It'll be another one of those where, half time will be about, well, at least it's 1-0. We're still in the game. We can get something out of it. Let's just, keep it tight for 20 minutes and then maybe try a sub or two. And then it'll be like for like subs. And then we'll all be sitting here going, I wonder if he's going to bring France on. We really need some pace. And then it won't happen. And then that'll be it. But let's hope we're wrong. Let's hope that that's not the case.
Ayew wins a foul. Time for us to potentially put the ball in the box anyways to create something. But so far, still 4 shots, 1 on target. The XG, which I feel like I said like half an hour ago, 0.12, is still on 0.12. Or it's 0.11, so it's gone up 0.01. I don't know how, but it's just there and abouts. But let's see what we do with the set pieces. So far, they've been okay, but we're not really getting on them. Eze delivers it. See, no one's winning headers. Got the ball at the edge of the box. Gehi, Elise, Kleiny, Elise. Got 2 minutes out of time. By the ref. Eze's on the ball. He's got so much space now. Come on, Nibs.
Be a great time to score, wouldn't it?
Go on. Nice. Ball to Mateta. Mateta, play back. Oh, jeez. He's just slipping.
Is there not a foul in there? Okay.
No, that's not a foul. Oh, my days. That was a brilliant tackle.
Love that. That is a challenge.
Go on. Ball in the box. Ayew. Oh! Elite! Offside! It's offside! Go! Come on! Come on! That's what I'm talking about! Muscle! Finally! Come on! That's what I'm talking about!
Oh,
ball in the box! Far post! That's what... Right before half time! Come on! At least 1-1.
Wow.
Let's go!
That, I mean...
Come on, is he offside? What a challenge from Richard!
That is all about that challenge. Like, that sums it up for me. Just going and doing something, Absolutely no holds barred. Getting that ball, wins that back.
Ball
that
from
is
Ayew,
fantastic.
Ayew
getting across in early. Thank you, Jordan. Amazing. Great finish from Elise. Never missing that, is he? And that is what...
Come on! That's what I'm talking about. Right before half time.
Yeah, we got to build off of that. You know what I mean? That's what you need. Like, that shows you what you need to do. You need that level of commitment. You need to act quickly. Ayew didn't head down. He got his head up, put the ball straight in the box. That's exactly what you have to do. Come on. Gotta say, we are lucky to go in 1-1. But what a time to score.
That was a great pass from Ayew as well. Great pass from Ayew.
Yeah.
Come on. Let's push. Let's try another goal in the second half. Another goal in the second half. Another goal. Come on.
Oh, you gotta love that. If you're in that crowd at the moment,
that's what I want. Though. Do you see Richards there? Do you see Richards? A ref!
Yeah.
Ref, he's grabbing Mateta. Oh my days! It's like this ref is blind towards Mateta. Every time he gets grabbed, he can't see it. What's wrong with him? Challenge by Richards again. Oh, shut up, man! What's wrong with him?
If he books him, I'm going to get really annoyed.
He doesn't, what? You can't see when we get fouled? Oh, jeez. Anyways, let's just make sure we're getting to halftime without conceding a goal, because that'll be very, very annoying right now. Nice from Mitchell. Half-hour. Take your time. Let's go into halftime 1-0. Let's go into halftime 1-0. Come on. Come on, boys. Much better. Oh, it's halftime.
There we go. 1-1.
1-1 against Chelsea. Hamburg. We'll go through the comments as well. Send in your comments. Let us know your thoughts on the game so far. But how would you sum up that first half, Hamburg? Look, 1-0 down from frustrating goal to concede. But right before halftime, we needed that goal and we got it. Now, I feel like there's so much to play for in the second half.
I'm going to be honest with you, mate. I got to a point, just before that goal where I thought I was going to be talking to you at halftime about your thoughts on the giant Shakira statue that's just been built in her hometown. But I don't need to ask you about that until later now. So we'll leave that for later on. Look, great start to the game. We were front foot. We pushed them. We pressed well. We then lost the plot. Let's face it, for half an hour, we just completely lost it. Klein slips and then everybody's head's gone. We lost our patterns of play. And just at the end there, we got that opportunity. And it came from decisiveness, intensity. When someone puts a challenge in like Chris Richards put in, you cannot fail but to then be like, there's a massive cheer that goes up. You get the ball, all of a sudden, the turnover's there. Everyone's like, right, where do I go? We had players already up. It was the perfect moment to get that ball in quickly. Ayew doesn't think, he acts, puts it straight in. Beautiful ball. We know he can do that. We know he can deliver a good cross. Does it. Elise just would not miss that. His calmness personified, actually controls it. Doesn't try the fancy first time volley. Knows he's got time to control it because Colwell's gone off him, jumped, missed it by a mile. He knows what he's doing. We have got out of jail with that goal, and I couldn't be happy about it. But it's all about what we do now. We got to go in at halftime and say, look, guys, we had them on the ropes for 10 minutes and then we lost the plot. Bad mistake, and we let it affect our game. Second half, we cannot afford what happened against Brighton. We cannot afford to come out, try and control space and protect what we have. It's a point. Forget it. Just go and win the game. They are there for the taking. I'll keep saying it. We have enough on that pitch. Eze literally did nothing in that half. He can only get better. And we've got options to change things as well. So I'm excited for the second half if we can do better than we did for the majority of that first half.
Yeah, 100%. There are some positives, and of course, there are some rooms for improvement as well that we need to do. But let's talk about defensively. We have pressed them. So we have tried to take the game to them, and we have won the ball in some good areas. But in an attack, maybe we let ourselves down sometimes with our decision making. But there has also been moments from our pressing that Chelsea have managed to get in behind. For you in the second half, what do you think needs to change defensively? Is it just individual areas, or is it like a system change, maybe, that you'd like to see? Because they do get in behind a few times, Chelsea. They do have very good chances.
It's really hard because what I think's happening to some degree is because we're asking the midfield to push up, we're asking the defence to go with them, and we're asking the fullbacks to get a little bit further forward. And those are things that we like, but Chelsea are exploiting it. You're quite right. So we do have to act. And what that means really is the centre-backs having a couple of steps back. It means if Klein goes forward like he has been a lot, or Mitchell goes forward like he has been a lot, whichever side it is, a central midfielder's got to drop back in that position a little bit. So Lerma's got to pull out and cover maybe. Richards maybe got to drift out to the left a touch if Mitchell goes forward. That's the way you cover it. And we've kind of got caught doing none of that, if you know what I mean. We've kind of pushed up, but we haven't thought about covering. So defence set back a little, protect the fullbacks if they go forward, which they can. And that is absolutely all we can do. It's the spaces are still going to be there. If they commit numbers forward, exactly like Brighton did against us in the week, we are going to concede chances. But we have to exploit what they're going to need to do to win the game. We have to be ready and thinking, okay, what are we going to do when Chelsea come for us? Because they are. So instead of just accepting it, where's the space going to be? Who are the players that they're going to commit? And what are we going to do about it? And those are the conversations that need to happen now. I don't think they often do, but I'm happy if I am surprised by that later.
just quickly on Eze, there's a lot of people in the comments. So send us your thoughts, by the way, if you're just joining us now as well. So far, your thoughts on the game. A lot of people, Luke is saying Eze is still a clown. Sorry, I can't change my opinion. Luke responds saying Eze is a clown until he scores the winner tonight.
Should change your opinion. It's insanity.
Forget about Eze being a clown, but let's just talk about Eze. What have you made of his performance so far? Because at times I think he's been a bit quiet. He hasn't been on the ball as much in terms of Elise versus Eze. Of course, Elise scored a goal, but even before he scored a goal, he was attacking his player. You can see that Elise has been a bit more involved. In terms of Eze, what is it for him? Is it just a case that he's just coming back from injury? We have to be a bit patient because he's been. Well, he should be one of our most creative players, and he's had a relatively quiet half so far.
Yeah, it's 100% the fact that he's not match fit because, whatever you think of Eze, he's a great player. He just is. The way he controls the ball, the way he dribbles, the way he moves past people, but he's not doing any of that. So right now, he's not delivering what we need him to deliver. So what does he offer? Unfortunately, very little if he's not on form and he's not fit. So we're doing this for him to play his way into fitness. And, funnily enough, players often when they have a bad half coming back from injury, they actually get better as they kind of get more tired because they're kind of just getting back up to the speed of things. He absolutely must have a really positive start to the second half, or we just might as well hook him and stick somebody else on, because realistically, the sharpness isn't there. He's not controlling the ball quickly. He's not turning quickly. Everything he kind of tries is probably 1 or 2 seconds behind what he would usually do. We've seen absolutely nothing of him dribbling past people. But he's occupying the right spaces. He's in the right positions, but I haven't seen him really drop deep to come and call for the ball either, which he does when he's confident. He'll take that ball on. He'll try and walk it past 3 or 4 people. He doesn't mind. He's happy to do it.
I just want to respond to that as well because there are some people talking about France. Do you think it's a case of if Eze has a similar start to the second half that we should be seriously considering France to be coming on because he looked energetic against City when he did come on?
He's exactly that type of player. That's the bottom line. And I'm like everybody else. I'm really excited about his potential, and I believe he should get more minutes than he gets. If we were to take Eze off, it would depend a lot on the position in the game. To be honest with you, for example, if we were a goal up, I wouldn't be bringing him on in place of Eze just for the sake of it. I think we'd probably bring like Will Hughes on to try and shore things up, for example. But if we're chasing this game or trying to get a winner, which again something we don't do anywhere near enough, is when we're drawing, try and go get the winner. But if we were to try and do that and chase a goal, I think France coming on would make a huge difference. I really do. You see when he was up against Walker. Still one of the quickest.
Yeah, exactly. That's crazy, Carl Walker, they beat him for pace. It's not normal.
And that's what we miss. We're missing in the team the most is pace. That we're so one-paced in so many areas. You chuck that little bit of unpredictability, that bit of pace on there, makes a huge difference. But we got to be really careful about thinking that he's the answer to every question because there's multiple answers to those questions. We've got other good players on the bench, and we haven't even talked about the fact that Aderamola's made the bench today, which I'm really pleased about because I think if he gets a bit of luck and stays fit, he could really push Mitchell. And he's one of those where I don't know if he'll actually get an opportunity under the current manager, but I think loans and stuff you don't always get, or even especially under 21 football, you don't really get players excelling like you think they will. França is one of those. He wasn't great in the under 21s, and people were using that as a basis of he can't possibly play in the first team. But we saw against City he can.
Yeah. Let me go through some of the comments. França is much faster than Ayew. Switch him on to wear out the Chelsea on the left, says Cody. França now, please, says Red. Mitchell will be hard to replace, says Red and Blue. Massima says, although it would be great to see France come in, I reckon Roy will sub in Hughes and Schlupp. Look, Schlupp, I don't mind Schlupp coming off the bench. It might sound a bit controversial, but I think that's where he's best deployed, like coming on for the last 15, 20 minutes, using his pace and his strength to try and attack tight defense. My problem is when he starts week in, week out. And today, Jeffrey Schlupp hasn't started. And I think this might be, look, if he does come in ahead of France, I know a lot of people will get annoyed, and I understand why, because France are on paper anyways is meant to be, the better attacking player, and we haven't seen much of Schlupp. But having Schlupp coming out, as an option to come off the bench, a Hamada, France, there isn't really that many excuses not to use these players. If in the second half, if you are seriously concerned about Eze's injury, record, or Elise's, because Roy mentioned it before the game, he did say about, Elise, he has come back, but he's only played 3 games so far. Yeah. So he kind of lowered expectations. And if that is the case, for me, I wouldn't sub out Elise because he scored a goal and he's been having a good game. But we do have to look to the bench in the second half and be a bit more proactive than reactive, which we did do against Brighton. It didn't work out, but we didn't wait till we conceded. He done some subs pretty early on, maybe because IU was on a yellow card or so. But it is it's rare, but it can happen from a Roy Hodgson.
Yeah, but he has to believe in 2 things really. He has to believe that we are capable of going and winning the game, for sure, and he has to believe that the player can come in and make a difference. And those are 2 hard things for Roy to really accept at times. He seems to find it very hard to think, we're away at Chelsea. He'll be saying now, I don't know openly too much, don't know whether he'd say it in the dressing room, but he'll be thinking certainly a point away at Chelsea is a good point. Like, that's all he'll really be thinking. So I don't expect his changes to reflect anything other than protecting a point. I think he'll make positive changes if we're losing. I wish he would make a positive change in a position when we're drawing and trying to win a game. I actually wish he'd make positive changes when we are winning at times to kind of cement that position, rather than have to have the last 10 minutes of every game we're winning be backs against the wall. Let's try and defend that lead, So the times we get positive changes only ever seem to be when we're trying to chase a game. And that's the problem. We're talking about these things because I know what to expect. But I thought I had no concept whatsoever that we were about to get a goal at the end of that half either. So what do I know?
Because look, I was literally reading out the stats, and I read out the stats for the first half for those of you that's joining us now. But if you're enjoying it and want to see more watch-alongs, this is our first one of the season, hit the like button and subscribe, and let us know if you're watching replay in the comment section down below as well. Look, the stats for the first half goes as following. Expected goals, 1.23 for Chelsea. For Palace, 0.65. Chelsea had better possession, 64% in comparison to 36%. Chelsea had 1 more shot than us, 6 in comparison to our 5. And also 1 more on target, 3 in comparison to our 2. Corner kicks, Chelsea had 2. We haven't had a corner yet. We've had 5 offsides, which kind of sticks out in comparison to Chelsea's 1. And that's pretty much been down to the high line, which I guess we've struggled, especially at the start of the game. Big chances, Chelsea's had 3, we've had 1, and they've missed 2 big chances in comparison to us that's missed none of them, because we've only had 1, and I guess the one that we had, we scored. Dribbles, 44% for both sides. We lost possession more than them, but it's pretty much even, 61 compared to 57. And look, the stats, apart from possession and expected goals, they're not too far off. They've had only 1 more shot than us, but then again, their chances just seem much more clear. And I guess that's down to, even the big chance missed. You can see Chelsea's had 2. So it's not like we're far off. Maybe in attack we can do a bit more. But yeah, it was a bit frustrating up until we scored that goal anyways, because as you said, I didn't really see how we was going to score. Up until that moment, because we didn't really create that many chances in front of goal, and she kind of does show that as well. I think before the goal is like 0.12. There's a question here from Northampton Eagle who says, do you still think we're missing Zaha? I know he's gone and we should move on, but we need a player that gives that passion. Of course, you're going to miss Will. That's always going to be the case, but I do think there's options off the bench which can help us out with that. I think for the majority of the season, we've been missing Zaha because, yes, IU is not Zaha, and also the biggest thing for me is Schlupp is not Zaha. But then again, if we played a bit more France, for example, and gave him a bit more opportunities, I think the fan base would be pretty okay with that. I think right now, because we don't give France as many opportunities, and because we've lost Zaha, and you see Schlupp starting week in, week out, I know he had started in this game, it's a bit frustrating, and Zaha gets mentioned a bit more. But I guess if we allow France to have more game time, I think people won't even mention Zaha. That's how I see it, Hambo. Like, you're going to naturally miss him, but his potential replacement, he doesn't start as often, which makes him a bit more frustrated.
Well, I think we got a couple of things going on here, really. I mean, whether France is a Zaha replacement or not, I suppose it's probably a bit of a debate. Because I still think we need an out-and-out left winger, really. As I don't think you. I suppose I'm answering the question with in a different way. We're missing Zaha because I don't think you can ever replace Zaha, I suppose is what I'm saying in answer to that question. I think you have to do something different. You know, Wilf is a one-off, you know, in terms of what he gave to Crystal Palace. He is a Palace legend. In my view, he is the best player that Palace have ever had. And it was an absolute privilege watching him. And he's gone and he's moved on, and that was always going to happen one way or another, right? And I don't think we can get it in our heads that we have to replace him with somebody who's like Wilfried Zaha. It's pointless. So it's all about the balance of this team, and I guess that's what you're saying, Dio. When you look at, you know, Elise as Ayu's been doing great, but who could really take that position, that side, or, you know, even ahead of them, and really just up that level?
Yeah, second half has started. Come on, Palace. No changes for both sides. We just have to go and attack them a bit more, man. Be a bit more fluent in the final third. That was our problem. But got that goal right before half time. Hopefully Chelsea's confidence is a bit low and we take the game to them. We have to have a good start to the second half. Go on. Ball in behind to Mateta. Mateta on the ball from Anderson. He couldn't control it. But we have to make sure we start strong. We have to start strong. Don't sit back. And because look, this is a side hand, but stop giving away cheap fouls. This is a side that's low on confidence. You don't want to give them the confidence right after they concede a goal as well. You want to hit them now. Literally beat them up, and get another goal. That's how I see it.
Conor Gallagher got a little stroppy there. Wouldn't even accept the help up from Eze.
Oh, is it? Well, he's done that before. Remember last season? Oh, lovely try from Mateta. Lovely.
Yeah.
He's been actually away from the club. What do we do with him? Do we sell him? Do we cash in January? Because, you know, he clearly wants more game time. Do we keep him because he's under contract? He seemed like he's up for it. Funny enough, right before the January transfer window.
Well, there's a pattern, isn't there? You know, contract time, like, because he's not got that long left on the contract.
He's on the ball. That ball behind. Clearance from Levi Colwell. As saw the ball down the left. He's in the box. Crosses it. Chelsea clear it. Come on. Much better from Eggs as well. Much better. Get on the ball. Win that, Anderson. Win that. Well done. Come on, Palace. There you go. That's a foul. Anderson seems hurt. So the game stopped.
Yeah, that does not look good.
He's nothing serious. He's holding his
back. Lower back, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's injured his bum, DR. I think he's got a terrible bum injury. I might like to see that, do you?
Lower back, I think. Lower back. But sorry,
I think bum. Bum. Sorry, we were talking about Mateta.
It's the way he lands from Anderson.
Yeah, that hurts. Yeah. Look, Mateta has been outstanding, but he's never been consistent at Palace, has he? Like, he's managed to put like 3, 4, 5 games together.
About him. Like look, if Mateta was to leave today, I can't say that he's been a bad player for us. But also, it's weird. But then again, I wouldn't. It depends because Edouard isn't that great either. But I just have a bit more confidence in Edouard than Mateta, even though Mateta scores in bigger games. It's weird. Like, when it's a significant game, you'll just be quiet. But if it's against Brighton or if it's against Leicester, what we saw last season when Roy came in and we had to win that game and he scores in the last minute, like, he delivers it. He's a bit confusing. He's clearly got it in, but he's not consistent enough. Maybe he's just not consistent enough for the Premier League. I think that's the best way of describing him.
But I mean, leading the line today, and in the last few games, he's, other than for like small spells of the game where he gets a little isolated and you think, he seems to have lost interest. When he's sort of fully up for it, he runs the channels really well. He's got a great leap on him. He's really got to grips with the pace of the Premier League, but then he will just drift out of a game again. And I was talking to my brother-in-law again about this over Christmas, and we were talking about, is Edouard or Mateta the better player? Edouard scores more goals, is a better finisher. There's more physicality from Mateta, and he's sometimes got a decent touch. And we basically just agreed that we could kind of squish them together into one striker. They'd be really good. And I think you're allowed to do that.
Imagine having it as that's far from Lerma, but the referee's playing advantage. Chelsea just keeping the possession right now, but we're fine with them keeping the ball in this area. As long as they don't have spacing behind, which they did have a lot. I'll be honest, I love Lerma since he's joined the club though. Mm-hmm. He's been consistent for us. Very good as well. Even in game against Bournemouth, where it was absolute disaster for us from the whole team, I thought Lerma was the only player that you could applaud off the pitch. Like he's just been a fantastic signing, especially for free as well. And once again today, he seems up for it. Like he's always up to press, to put in a challenge, do the dirty work. Palace now playing up from the back, Gay on the ball, trying to find options. Mitchell down the left. Let's see what we do in terms of our build-up play out from the back. Ayew on the ball, but of course they're pressing him. Turns him. Lovely. Gusto wins the ball back. He loses it.
Yeah, he's done Ayew a bit there, isn't he?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, look, lots of debate on that kind of Edouard JP thing starting, I think. But Lerma, when you think of that Lerma signing, when you're kind of like fed up with the fact we
say to JP, so close. But I said at Hamburg before as well, and in the last 2 games, just like when Edouard started the season, like I'm seeing a bit more involvement in JP in terms of hold-up play. Like it's so noticeable. And that's what I want from a striker. Look, from a Palace striker, it's very unlikely you're going to find a striker that scores 15, 20 goals. But what you can do as a striker is at least contributing in other. Come on, Ty. Come on. Sloppy way to give away the ball, and Lerma gives away the foul. Come on. As I was saying, his striker's not going to score 15, 20 goals for Palace. That's not going to happen. It's very hard for that to happen. But you want them to contribute in other ways. If you're not scoring goals, at least have link-up play, hold-up play. And we haven't really seen that from Edouard and Mateta in previous seasons. But so far this season, when Edouard has started, I think his link-up play has been much better. Mm-hmm. And Mateta in the last 2 games anyways, I've seen improvements there. Like, he's a bit more involved. He's a bit stronger. Like, he's a big guy. We're talking about a guy that how tall is he? Over 6 foot. Who's struggling to jump and win headers. That was the discussion at some point. Like, it's all on him. And now, I don't know what it is. Maybe because Edouard's injured and maybe he wants to have a real go at it. But he seems way more up for it. But yeah.
There's a lot of things going on there.
What's funny is, to everyone, normally we don't do watch-alongs, of course. So I asked who's free after the game. And Elise, lovely run. I'm going to go back to that after for the live match reaction. Oh, ref, that's a foul. Come on, man. That's a card.
Yeah. I mean,
that's a card. That's awful.
Hope
he's nothing serious. All right. I think he's fine.
Yeah,
jeez, man. I was a bit scared the way he dropped to the ground. Right behind.
Yeah, it's a nasty challenge.
It's a good free kick for Palace. Let's see if we cross it and put it in a box. But as I was saying, for the live match reaction, of course, after this will be a live match reaction. I was asking to see who's free. And AJ said, he's feeling a bit tired. I don't think he'll be up for it. Like, I don't know if he could do it. Now he messaged me, scrap that. I think I could do half an hour, 45 minutes. I wonder what's happened between his last message and this message. I wonder if Palace has scored a goal or not.
Did they? Yeah, weird that. Yeah.
AJ, if you're watching, I love you, but that is funny. But yeah, after this, of course, there'll be a live match reaction where you guys can join in and have your say as usual as well. As Elise on the ball for the free kick. I think it's going to be crossing to the works. It's very weird.
It's a long way out. As he's going for it.
Narrowly.
That was
out wide.
Better than I thought. That was, I thought, what's he doing shooting from there? He's laughing about it.
Yeah.
Let's have a quick look at this from behind.
It's not that close, but it's not awful. Yeah.
Nice.
Maybe a bit more central, and there could have potentially been wild scenes in my room.
I think it
was where
wild scenes in your room. Just the mind boggles. But I think Elise probably gets the next one though, right? Free kick wise.
Yeah, because Eze's he's had 2 shots now from free kicks, right? Lovely press from Eze. Go on, Ayu. Press him. You have to press as a team. Go on, nice. Oh, lovely. That's what I'm talking about. Brilliant pressure from the team. Lerma on the ball. Oh, come on, Lerma. He's your teammate. Stop lost at the
That's a hell of a pass, wasn't it?
Yeah, just set him up for no reason. We'll laugh about it, but look, that could have been a good opportunity. If Eze
that was,
and there was spacing behind for him to run into.
Yeah.
Oh, frustrating. That was a good press, though. Good press and nice way to win a ball back. But, geez, it's just the final third sometimes. It's questionable. It's like, what are we thinking? Come on, Palace. Come on. 54 minutes gone. And if you had to say what team has been better so far, Ambo, who would you say it is? I think it's been pretty even, but Chelsea haven't really created anything so far. Let me not jinx that, but
exactly. Careful. Well, I think the second half.
Lovely Mateta! That's what I'm talking about. Brilliant turn from Mateta. Now he needs options. To go for the shot. Oh, brilliant save. Brilliant from JP. Brilliant. That's what I want to see. Do you see that? That's strength. He's always had that though. That's what frustrates me. He's always had that strength. Look at that touch. Lovely touch, and just turns him. He just hasn't done it in the past.
He hasn't got the pace to completely get away, but he doesn't matter. Like, he's just strong. You still can't really catch him.
Lovely turn. Beats his player. Yeah, yes, he hasn't got a pace like that, but still, he's got half decent pace and takes a shot. Now we've got a corner. You know, it's better. Much better with his back to goal in the last 2 games. At least he balled into the box. Honestly, haven't won a header yet. From balls into the box. Even the goal that we scored, it was cleared by Chelsea, and then after we got it at the edge of the box, I can't remember us winning a header yet from like set pieces.
I don't think so.
Maybe that changes now, but yeah, even from free kicks as well. Another corner. I guess Elise is taking it this time from the left hand side. No, it's Eze taking it right in front of the Palace fans. Eze ball into the box, far post. We have something there. Elise takes a shot. It's blocked. Chelsea clear it, side edge of the box. Mitchell heads it back in. Richards heads it. Mateta. JP.
Oh my God. That was a big chance.
Oh, what a chance. Mitchell heads it back in. Richards, I think, wins the header right at the edge of the 6-yard box. Oh, you just have to keep that on the ground. Mitch kicks it.
That was a big chance.
It.
I do wonder if VAR would have given a foul against Lerma for holding and then slightly pushing.
What is it now? Stop.
I'm not trying to work. Yeah. They bring on
also Everton are beating Man City. That's great.
Yeah.
So we're 16th now in the league. Everton's gone up to 14th right now. Brentford, the latest scores there as well. Brentford losing 3-1 to Wolves. So as it stands right now, because we're getting a point from this game, we're leveled on points with Brentford, but goal difference is the difference maker. But yeah, Everton, we're leveled on points with Everton as well. But remember, they had a 10 points deduction, and they got their goal difference as well. So yeah, right now as it stands, we're 16, but 2 subs. Maatsen comes off, Lavia comes on. Interesting. So
good player.
He's a midfielder, so he's going down the right hand side. And Thiago Silva came on for you.
For Colwell. He had a hard game against
Elise was eating Colwell. I mean, that was just delicious food for Elise. So they had to make changes there. But interesting that it's still early in the game, the fact that he's actually made them defensive changes. So Thiago Silva is centre half. He's playing left back. Gusto's gone left back. So the right back's gone left back. And the centre half has gone right back. Of course, it's Chelsea, so everyone just plays out of position. But yeah, so there has been basically it's going to be Gusto against Elise. So let's see how Elise does against him.
Did you just give that as a foul?
Yeah, I honestly I don't know this ref. I genuinely don't know.
He's warning him saying,
what's going on? Yeah, Jack Harrison scored for Everton against Man City. let's look at the stats so far in the second half. 60 minutes gone in the game. So in the second half, Chelsea kept a bit more possession so far, 70% just in the second half in comparison to 64% in the first half, which is weird because it feels
it doesn't feel like it, does it?
Yeah, it feels like we've been in a bit more control. But expected goals, Chelsea haven't even had a shot yet in the second half. So 0.00 for Palace, 0.10. Conor Gallagher gives it, hold up to Nkunku. He crosses it far post. Jackson misses it. That was a big chance for Chelsea there. Talking about stats. But yeah, they actually haven't had a shot yet in the second half, Chelsea, which we'll take, of course. But yeah, they've kept a bit more of the ball. As always, if you're joining us now and if you haven't already done so, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Because if you subscribe, Mateta's going to score this chance. Mateta's on the ball. Gives it to Eze. Eze, look at Ayew. To the left. Eze takes the shot to flip. Give it to Jordan. Come on, Nebs. Decision making. Come on, he's open on the left. Give him the ball. He'll give you back the ball if the opportunity arises. It's just, I don't know, Amber. That's a bit ambitious.
Yeah, I kind of like
shot in front of two defenders. Like,
I know why he's done it. I know why he's done it. I think he's done it because he's trying to get him to second guess. Because the obvious ball is Ayew, right? Because no one's gone with him, and I think he's just tried to shoot quickly back across the keeper and catch him out. But yeah, I think the better ball is the ball to Ayew.
Yeah, it's the wrong ball. Gallagher's on the ball now for Chelsea. Let's see what he does. They can't break us down. To be fair, a bit more awake. Yeah. I think that's the word to use defensively. Yeah. We're tracking the runners. Look, Mudryk is there, but Anderson's pretty close to him. And Chelsea, they're forcing it now. They're forcing it. And I'm wondering, because of course we haven't got the crowd sounds, but I wonder if the crowd is getting a bit frustrated. Because of course they've been struggling all season at home. So, as the game goes on, it's going to hurt.
This is what we talked about at half time, though, which was like, we know Chelsea are going to come at us. What are we going to do about it? We've seen what we've actually done. What I was moaning about us never doing.
Oh no!
Really.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's okay.
It's okay. And that's we've exploited them going forward. But my concern is those last few minutes there, we just dropped really deep back into that compact shape, and then we just found it that little bit more difficult to play our way out. We've got to be really careful.
Doesn't that compact shape help us though, Hammer? That's what I said in the first half. I don't think that Roy's going to change it, because when we were pressing them in our own half, that's when they found the spaces in behind. So Henderson. Just please, not like that. There's no kissing like that. I think it's worked in a way. We're a bit more compact in the second half defensively, and maybe they have a bit more possession, which I don't know how. Honestly, I don't know how, because from the eye test, it doesn't feel like it. Maybe we're just being a bit better in terms of what we do with the ball. But
it's quality. It's quality of possession. We've had better quality of less possession, if you like, because we've been quick and decisive and more intense with what we're doing. Well, I understand the point you're making. Like, the compact shape does help if the teams play in front of you. And that's what we see what Chelsea are doing right now. They're just playing in front of us. First half, the danger was that they were playing in and around us. But Brighton proved the point. There you go.
Nice. Yeah, look, we have tried to press them, and it has worked, but we press them in the right moments in their own half.
Yeah.
When they basically go past halfway line, that's when we go back to compact shape, and they haven't had a shot yet. So it has been working.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I love you, Richard. I love you.
But it's that start. It's the tricky part is, as the game goes on, the starting point. If you're always starting with all of your team all back in your half, all in a compact shape, it becomes attack versus defense, and that's why you concede late goals, because you can't get out of that you can't get out of that mindset. We have to keep pushing forward and finding those gaps, even if it's only 3 or 4 players trying to overload one side, trying to get a quick ball forward to Mateta like we have been. Even if it's just that, we still got to keep doing it. Otherwise, it will be a problem.
Yeah, they're still playing around at the back. Caicedo to Gallagher, pushing slowly up the pitch, down the left. Gusto against Nathaniel Klein, cuts into his right foot. I think he's right-footed, so he's going to try to cut into. That's the thing. They've changed him from right back to left back, but it helps us in a way, because I don't know if he's got a left foot like that. to put the balls in the box. Well, we're going to find out. Look, it seemed like he's a bit more comfortable trying to cut in with his right foot,
but if you,
which probably helped.
But if you look at it,
in the box, nice clearance from Mitchell.
But the whole game has moved into our half suddenly, and look at this trying to get out, but we're now just kicking it, and that's a problem, right? You're relying on Mateta winning the ball somehow up there. So it's like this is what you want. You want someone on the bench to be looking at this, going, okay, what tweak can we make here? What couple of changes could we make that don't, give up the solidity of the shape and the back line that we're kind of keeping them out and restricting their chances, but give us something else. Give us a bit of possession. Give us a bit of pace. And we talked about that earlier. What one of those choices could be, but.
We have to hit them on the counter. Oh, ref, that's a yellow card, man.
Come on.
No, that's a yellow. Come on.
That has to be.
Oh, come on. I don't care if you just come on the pitch. That's a yellow card. Nowhere near the ball, you pleb.
That is ridiculous.
He beats him. Oh, come on. He's so late there. How's that not a yellow card on Lavia? Explain. That is poor from the ref. Should be in booking. But that's the thing. When we win the ball, hold up. Look, by the way, if Elise there gets through, then I don't know how many defenders there are, but they just stop the attack. That's what we're trying to do. Hit them on the counter. They literally just stop there and don't even get booked for it. Oh, what? Okay. Well, second half, I went out of play.
Yeah, the Jordan I came out from the side of the screen.
Yeah, I came out nowhere. Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, no, I get what you mean, because you have to keep the balance between being compact and also having an attacking idea. But and Anderson loses it in a dumb area. Mudryk on the ball to Gallagher.
So, and this is where I worry,
Caicedo.
But you can see where the momentum is just there. This is why people in the chat are saying make a change, because the momentum has shifted massively. So
what kind of change would you like to see? Also, I
just want to see some. I want to see some pace. I want to see something. So look, think about Ayew on the ball here. He's going to direct. He's going to do a great job of carrying it, but he's going to cut back, and then that's that. I want someone who's just going to go and just
go on, Klein. He's going
like Klein is doing now. Yeah, there you go.
Go on. You got a bit too eager. Literally, that touch just put him off. Oh, lovely time. A bit up. Complaining. Look at him. He's lying. Look, he's getting up now.
Yeah. That is ridiculous.
Crying like a little kid on the floor. Come on, Palace.
Yeah.
Looking for that foul.
We can still do that. You can still get them rattled,
Yeah. So sorry. What changes did you talk about?
I mean, there's two shouts for França in the chat.
França for who? Are you?
Well, yeah, that's probably what I would think of doing. But for me, there's something in and around the. We haven't really got anything as an option in the centre that I would kind of like us to do. I mean, Eze, first of all, he's impacted the game more in this second half, but he is still coming back from injury. So I'd be tempted to say, França on for him, but then Ebbs can pull something out from nowhere. Go on.
Gives it to Ayew. Mitchell again. Cross it. Just cross it. Tie.
Yeah, just got to be that more decisive.
Down the left, Ayew is going to cut down, of course, to his right foot. Cuts back in. Go on. Cross into the box. Lavia clears it. Much better.
Yeah.
Much better few minutes. We had that counter. The final Klein's touch took us off, but now we're in Chelsea's half. Let's keep the ball there.
This is what you want to see.
I spoke too soon. What on earth was that? What's that? Literally just gave the ball to Chelsea. He said, here, have a goal kick. We're playing a bit too well. That's unlike us. Just, hey, have the ball. Frustrating.
But yeah, if you start listing names of players on our team, right, in terms of who you would take off, and you look at the bench, it is a tricky call, right? You're not going to take Elise off. Taking Eze off is a gamble. Taking Ayew off when he's not doing anything particularly wrong, it's just about quality, and he's got an assist. Mateta's been leading the line well. We don't really have someone to come on for him at all. You know, you could put IU up top maybe, but then you'd lose something from what Mateta's bringing. So really, you're just looking at fresh legs, aren't you? And for
You
me,
know what?
the
So let me say this. I don't know what you think about it. When IU came off against Brighton, I think that's when we collapsed.
it had a big impact, yeah. But I think we had bigger problems in the centre of the pitch. To be honest with you, I think we kind of lost track of what we were supposed to be doing, and I think it was a struggle for Ozo. To be honest with you,
lovely one-touch passing, but that was lovely from Mateta to Eze. Now IU down the left-hand side, Mitchell's there for the overlap. IU, this is where decision making's a bit, and that's what I mean.
Yeah, and it's just the speed of thought, the speed of act. Yeah, you know that's
when he has
that's probably where the change would be.
Yeah, when he has too much time to think, that's the problem. Go on, like, again. There's options, but he doesn't know what to do. It's annoying.
Yeah,
it's annoying. Well, at least we're keeping the ball a bit better. Because jeez, Klein, don't use it from there. Oh, lovely. We'll take that. Elise beats him. What's going on, cameraman? Yeah, Mateta on the ball. Nah, Mateta, you go in the box. You're not this. Look, our striker shouldn't be down a right wing. We need you in a box. Yeah, but now we're keeping the ball. We're trying to frustrate them. Learn more.
Yeah. So some decent, calm players. What we needed to do.
Once again, IU's getting the ball a lot of times on the left hand side. So it's about what you do with it. This is where it goes wrong. It's poor ball again. This is where it goes wrong. What happened to Mudryk? It's a clean challenge.
So there you go. That's
all right. So that's a clean challenge. But yeah, look there, Hambo as well. What are you? A few times he's been on the ball in the last few minutes. Just hasn't done enough.
Yeah, but it's a danger because what he gives you going back the other way, you know he's going to give you cover going back the other way, and they're going to start throwing people at the game, aren't they? They're doing it now.
Yeah, Broya's coming on. And Gugu's gone off. And who else? There's another player that's coming off for Chelsea as well. So Mudryk and Nkuku off for Chelsea, and Broja and Madueke on.
Yeah, former Palace boy, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly. He has pace as well. So where's Madueke going to play? Down the left? Is he going to be facing Klein? That's a bit scary, I'll be honest.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bit scary. But yeah, let's see. Look, so far Chelsea have one sub left. Palace still have 5. They've used up basically all their subs, and we still haven't used one. I get it because I guess they're going for the game. And Roy, look, if he doesn't make a sub right now, I wouldn't say, Gehi. He bodies him, bodies Brojo off the ball. That's what I'm talking about. Lovely.
That's great defending. That's what you want to say.
Yeah, I get why we haven't made subs. Because it's not been horrible. And in fact, I think we've been creating better chances in Chelsea, especially in the second half. But when you look at fitness, and especially when I look at the likes of Eze, is he fit to play 9 minutes?
Yeah.
If he is,
then no, absolutely not. Those are the two players that you'd think. I think IU for quality and pace reasons out wide, but he gives you a lot defensively, and Eze for fitness reasons are the two that you'd look at and change it. But you start again as you go down that bench. You know, Adaromola's not going to come on without unless there's an injury. Riedewald's not going to come on unless there's an injury. I don't think Schlupp and Hughes you could easily see coming on, and I don't want that. But Schlupp could easily come on for IU, and Hughes for Eze. That's what I expect. Go on, Ebbs.
Is it going to go in nice area? Look at them flipping high line idiots, man. Just constantly high. At least he's asked for the ball. It's annoying. They're smart with it.
Yeah, good step up.
They just keep stepping up. Where's options? Elise is like, you know what? There's no options. Let me create the option. Oh, lovely. I love you. Lovely, Michael. Mateta in the box. We still got it, Lerma. Cross. Who's there?
Head
up.
Go on, John.
Gallagher loses the ball. We still got it at the edge of the box. Tariq Mitchell down the left-hand side. Mitchell loses it to Madueke.
Yeah.
And Madueke's off.
And now we might be on trouble here.
Yeah, Rick tries to foul him. He can't even foul him. And the referee's 100% going to give me a yellow card.
He's going to call that back and give me a yellow card. Yeah. Oh, he's giving him a red card.
What?
That was close.
Wrong card.
Wrong card.
I was about to jump in the game right now. I had to jump into my screen. Red card. If you give a red card for that, I would have lost it. I had to jump in. That's crazy. But yeah, that's a yellow card. I can't complain about that. You get that. That's a yellow card.
See the Richards acceleration not great.
Fresh legs, Humber.
You get it. That's it.
That's fresh leg. That's when you bring in France. So that's what I'm saying. If Chelsea have like leggy players, that's when you bring in France to maybe use the pace. To try and hit them like they hit us. Gallagher, oh no, to Jackson. I'm sorry,
my
Jackson.
God, we have got away with that.
Woo.
But yeah,
I am for real. We got away there.
Did you do yourself a funny joke? No, wait, come on. Did you do a funny joke there? Did you say, "Are you for real"?
No. That was honestly. We'll talk about that, but that is if Mateta missed that, we would all be going. That is an unbelievable miss. He should have scored it. There's no other ways about it. He should have scored it.
Oh, that is He's not even. He's missed that by a lot. That is really bad.
That's why he's a terrible striker. I do not rate him. I do not rate Jackson.
No.
He had a moment in the first half as well. We could have done a bit better.
Yeah. He's missed
I don't know how this guy scored a hat trick. Like he scored one of the worst hat tricks. It might sound like I'm a hater, but he scored one of the worst hat tricks I've ever seen against 9-man Tottenham. Like he missed so many chances. At the end, they just let him score. He's like, just here, have the goals. Like we just give up. Like we can't do this anymore. Like I just don't rate him one bit. And saying that, watch him score a win against us. Yeah, I'll get mad if he does. But yeah. Chelsea now have a bit of momentum after that chance. That chance came from nowhere as well.
We're in a bit above her right now.
Ball into the box, Desai. No one's there for Chelsea. But yeah,
calling him Desai, isn't he? Desassi or
Desassi, yeah, right.
Yeah, because Desai played for Chelsea a long time ago, mate, before you were born. So
I was born. Well, you used to watch him. You used to watch him.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, when I was a lad.
When he was a Chelsea fan.
What?
By the way, right side. Oh, he's trying to beat Terry Mitchell. By the way, he's not. I just made that up on the spot.
You had people believing the Roy stuff.
Exactly. I got people believing that you're a massive Hodgson fan, that you're a Chelsea fan. But that's the thing. People believe.
I do, yeah. See.
They got the ball now. In around our final third. They're being patient. Even Thiago Silva's there.
Look how many players.
Oh no! Whoa! Is that goal?
Yeah.
Fuck! It had to be him. It had to be him.
You had to slag him off, didn't you?
Oh my days, man! Deflected header. Jackson gets the ball. Please tell me he's offside. Oh.
I don't think we're getting away with that one. I don't, but I hope so. But I don't think there's any doubt on that one.
Days.
I can't remember who it was. Whoever it was in the middle. Oh, I think it might be off. Whoever it was in the middle looked off.
Hold up.
Yeah, Silva's off. But no. Jackson's off.
Might be. Jackson looks off.
Yeah.
He's off. Yeah. His knee.
Oh,
looks off.
Yeah.
Come on,
for sure.
Come on, VAR. Pull your lines out. I'm not talking about them lines. Put out your diagram lines they're doing VAR.
It was a good finish. Toe poke into the corner, but way off. Yeah,
it should be offside. It should be offside.
Yeah, I don't know what's taking so long.
Yeah, they're not. Maybe they're checking it.
Yeah,
that's what it is. Oh, that's annoying. Yeah,
like it should be easy. Like Silva's going for the ball, right? So the ball goes.
I'm just worried about the final play
anyway.
Keeping him on.
Nah, he's off.
What's going on?
Surely, are they giving it? No.
Nah, they're checking it. No,
he's off.
Nah, that can't count. Come on, that can't count.
There's two offside in that.
Jackson scoring a goal against us should be a crime. It can't happen. Please.
What's he whinging at?
He wants water. They're still checking it. Why are they not showing us the lines anymore? Why are they not? Before they used to show us a process like
so they can Photoshop the images.
It's offside. Come on.
Yeah,
it's offside. It looks offside. What's happened? Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Mr. Jackson. Woo! Don't worry, people. I'm not going to jinx it.
You keep doing it. You did it again. You've done the joke again there. Right. Okay.
You know why? Do you understand, Miss Jackson? Because all he does is
miss.
I
get the joke. Yeah, you're very clever,
man. The only way he scores against us is if he's offside. Come on. Even he couldn't believe it.
Anyway, we still got away with that. We really did. We got to do a lot better. We got 10 minutes, and
Oh, stop.
yeah, of course, of course, it's
Jordan
Jeff.
Ayew.
Yeah. You
What do you
could
make
bring
of
on
that?
Fran. You could have brought on some. What do I make of that? I make that exactly what I expected. I was saying I thought if all the players to come off, Ayew was probably the one, but he's brought it on with a mind of let's make sure Jeff can keep us sort of sound defensively down that side, as well as occupy some space on a football pitch. It's not exciting, but you can understand that it's all about the point, isn't it?
Yeah.
Then
again, let me see how it does in the next 5 minutes or so. As I said, I don't. Why Mitchell and Madueke? What are you doing? What is he doing? Just hyping himself up for no reason, Madueke.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. I don't know why he just started on Mitchell like that. Yeah, yellow card.
Yeah. He's gonna book Mitchell as well, isn't he?
I'm gonna book Mitchell as well. I know. Come on, man. Jeez. What do you expect him to do? Just stand still. But yeah, Schlupp, his pace off the bench could be something. But of course, France has that pace as well. Maybe a bit more.
But Schlupp had pace 5 years ago. Now he's look, he got a good assist the other day. You know what you get with Schlupp, but it does say everything you need to know about the mentality at this club. But look,
and again, Vieira played Schlupp as well.
Yeah. No, I just mean that. I mean the change. Like if you talk about the mentality at the club, the change that was made. Like there's two ways of thinking about it. There's, keep try to go for the win with 10 minutes to go because your opponents are pushing you, or trying to shut up shop and keep them out. And we always go for keeping them out. We never look at a situation like this and go, God, there's a lot of space opening up. If we brought somebody off the bench with a bit of pace, we could do something here. We don't ever think that way. It's so negative. Like, and what I will say is,
wait, Schlupp.
Go on, Jeff.
Shut him up.
Come on.
Elise.
Up. Score.
Elise. It's a lovely shot. Corner.
Right. All right, Jeff tried to shut us up. He did.
He does have the pace coming off the bench. Look. Then again, who would I like to see? France, of course, ahead of Schlupp, but Schlupp coming off the bench is a bit different to him starting the game. Like I'm not totally against it.
I know, I understand the logic, but like I say, it's talking about kind of mentality. But I totally understand the logic, and it's but I just
France will get an opportunity if it's like 2-0 down against Man City, for example, or like 2-1 or whatever. Like it's weird because it's 1-1. Because the game's kind of in a balance. He doesn't want to go for the risky approach, but at least he has time now to put a ball in down the right hand side. Go on, Elise. Ball. Which is no one. We still have the ball. No. Miss Jackson gives it to Gusto. And it's a throw in for Chelsea. But yeah, I get it. Look, I get it. He doesn't tend to put on France when the game's in a balance. He'll put him on if we're chasing or if we need a goal. Do you get it? It's like, come on, we just need to put whoever out there. But now because it's 1-1, and I don't think he'll be too upset if we leave Stamford Bridge with a point. It's like Schlupp is the less risky option. He's more of an experienced player. It goes back down to experience, in my opinion, in terms of his decision making. But yeah, look, if we draw this game, I don't think it'll be a bad result. But Brentford game is a must win. I've reached a point where, one win in 11. Like we face Luton, we face all the teams now, up the table, below the table. Broja, touch, Klein, close him down. Oh yeah, there's a shot, but it goes out wide. But we face all kinds of teams. It's not like we're just facing top, like first, second, third place. Like we're facing Chelsea, who they have got some quality players, but they're low on confidence. It's not the normal Chelsea that we know. And next we got Brentford, who's a team right now that's losing 3-1 at home against Wolves. Same points.
But then Wolves just beat Chelsea. At what
point, when do we stop the excuses? And when do we say, you know what, he's not winning us enough games? Like, yes, we've faced Liverpool, Man City, but we've also faced teams that were below us that's now higher than us because of them beating us and going on form. So, we've had winnable games. We have to make a decision. So, for me, look, right now, Wolves are beating Brentford 3-1. If we draw against this game, I don't think that's a bad result. But the Brentford game really has to be a must-win. Like, it just has, we're too close to the bottom for my liking. Right now, we're 4 points off. But if Luton win a game and we lose a game, that can easily go down to 1 point. So we can't wait till we're in the relegation zone to make a change. That's how I think anyway. Let me know in the chat if you think differently.
I don't see us making any change. I'll be honest with you.
Managerial?
I don't.
But don't you think Luton picking up these points makes us seriously consider it a bit more? I honestly, I don't see us making a change unless the teams below us get better, and I think they are getting better. If it comes to Parish, I don't think he wants to make a change because it's costly, risky, and all of that. He wants Hodgson to work out, so I get it.
Yeah, I think Cooper being out of work makes it more likely.
Yeah,
but but I think if we limp through and just get nothing, even we concede a goal today and lose this one, if we limp through and get 3 against Sheffield,
Anderson, nice.
Yeah. Well,
no, we can't lose. If you lose this one, then
they're claiming handball there.
What was that?
I don't know if it's just the crowd. Someone will have to tell me because we can't hear the audio. But it looked like they were gonna.
They probably show us a replay if there is a.
Yeah.
If there's any suggestion.
I panicked because I thought it hit his hand. Here you go. Look.
Hold up. Let's see.
His hand.
Nah, that's not. It's by his side. It does. It's by his side. It does.
It's right by his.
Yeah. It's not like it's not handball. But anyway, it shows you have a corner, which we have to clear first. Gallagher takes it into the box. Richards heads it, but not away. Anderson heads it. Could that be a pen? No, it's not. Patterson on the counter. Four players. Elise, Mateta, Schlupp, Eze on the ball. Come on, Ebbs. Take the shot. Oh, jeez, man.
Okay, there's two things. I think that could get called back.
Yeah,
because I think that was a penalty.
I'll be honest, it kind of looked a bit dodgy. What's going on?
Yeah.
It kind of looked dodgy.
And then, given it wasn't, I can't understand how we didn't score 4-on-1. Like, that is awful.
We still have the ball. Elise, he seems a bit tired now. Look at Elise, just slowing it down. He's taking on his player. Go on, Elise, do something for me. Do one more, please. Just one more brilliance. Oh, far post, Schlupp.
Go on.
No, corner.
Corner, right? Yeah. If he, they're gonna look at it. They're gonna look at it. Yeah, for sure. That looked a foul all day.
It did.
Pen all day to me.
It did. Let's see now from the replays. The Sassy heads it. Oh, that is a pen.
Yeah, that's a pen.
Let's just hope maybe it's a bit soft or whatever they say VAR. You don't know VAR.
I can't understand. How can you not give that?
That looks like a pen from Eze. Is he in the box?
Anyway,
he's checking it. Oh,
fuck! It's definitely a pen. The only way you can't give that is if you're like, okay, he's miscontrolled it, and the contact comes as he falls. But it's got to be. It has to be a pen. If that was at the other end and we didn't get that, I'd be like, and then, going back to what we've been talking about, making that change and losing the game. That makes fans like everybody in the chat turning against him, right? That's what happens.
They're checking it out. The penalty, man. It feels, as you said, I can't even back Eze on this.
No, there's nothing I can say.
Nothing to that. That's a pen, man. That's a pen.
He's
just hoping the referee is like, I don't know what. Honestly, there's no excuses for it to not be a pen.
Watch Maduke's leg. He does play for the pen. Look, watch. He sticks the right leg into him, but you still have to say it's a pen.
The pen?
Yeah,
is he giving it?
Yeah,
for sake. Come on, Dean Henderson. Oh, me, man. Oh, Jackson better not be taking his pen. Fuck's sake. Oh, so stupid. Why do we always love conceding late goals? Come on, Hendo. Days. Who's taking it? Oh, not Jackson.
The referee just tell him not to take it and say, "Come on, mate, you're shit. Don't give it to somebody else."
It's like, give up, man. Oh, so stupid. Oh, there's no need. It's game management, man. I've seen enough of the replay. I don't need to see it anymore. I know it's a pen. Just keep rubbing the replay onto me. Who's taking a penalty? Oh, come on, Henderson. Madueke. Come on, Henderson. Oh, my days. Come on.
I just have to sit and watch it. There's lots of, I mean, that was a tired challenge from Eze, so you start thinking about why was he not subbed earlier, like a couple of minutes. Even like 5-10 minutes earlier, he could have gone off, even though he'd been playing better second half.
Come on, Ender. Come on.
Yeah.
Another late minute goal conceded, man. Time.
We just ask for it, don't we?
Every single time. Just a late goal. It's like we're allergic to not conceding late goals. Something silly this time. Yeah. No need, man. Stand up.
We ask for it. You know, we ask for this every time, don't we? It's why it happens so often.
What are we doing every single time? It's not, man. Always conceding late goals. Bit of composure. How many times do we have to concede late goals for us to realize, you know what? Let's actually think about this and let's not be silly. 2-1 Chelsea, 80th, 90th minute now.
90th minute, yeah.
Man, silly. Oh, jeez.
But that's us, isn't it? That's Palace. We do the same things every week. It's just what we do. Yeah, we got to change. Can't keep going on this way.
We'll quickly talk about after the game, but as I said, I mean, if you get a point, I said the Brentford game is a must win, but we're not getting a point here.
Given they're now 4-1 down to Wolves.
So do you think more pressure's on?
I do. Yeah, we were talking about it. Like I said, like this, but you kind of think you don't sack a manager after losing to Chelsea, but in the circumstances, you kind of feel like, well,
Chelsea are not a great side either. That's the thing; they're not a great side. They haven't created that many chances.
And the kind of excuses that keep getting rolled out for Roy, like when do you run out of excuses? Like if you've got a manager who just does the same things, talks negatively, behaves negatively, doesn't make positive subs ever, like unless he's chasing the game. We're chasing the game now. He brought França on, but like he's brought him on in the 90th minute, and it's like, how is he going to do anything in this game? Like now,
for 2 minutes or 5 minutes, 7 minutes, whatever it is.
It's actually 7 minutes, but it's no good. It's no good for him.
Throw him off a loan.
Like go and win. Go and get us an equalising goal against Chelsea. Go on, It is ridiculous. Like, and we talked about it. We could all see it like coming. We knew when the subs needed to be made. We could see the game turning against us. Everyone talked about it. He makes one negative change, and but people. He's lost a lot of people this season who were backing him, and there's still some people who will say.
But this was always going to be the case. So I said that when he joined, it's a risky approach. Like we should have ended on a high. Yeah. You should have left him in on high. We ended last. He came back, saved us. Should have left it there. But you know what it goes back down to? It goes back down to the owners, Hambo. That's what it goes back down to. Because at the end of the day, it's not like Roy Hodgson went and see Parish's office or whoever's office and said, "I'm going to stay here." They have to give him the contract, and that's what they do. There were other managers available. And if we can't attract them, who does it go down to again? The owners. And if they don't want them, it all goes down to the owners. They wanted to bring back Hodgson. We know, we've seen 4 years of Roy Hodgson. We know what to expect. And it was on them. There were managers available. Now, if we can't attract them, that's on the owners. Why is the club that's been in Premier League for 10 years, that has Eze Elise, still not attractable to managers to come to us? That's the only thing. And if it's not down to that, and if we just didn't want to go for other managers and we wanted to keep Hodgson, that's back down into them. And that's why I've said it. I don't think things are going to change at Palace. Hodgson can go, but the bigger problem that we have is not just Hodgson, it's the owners. It's the owners. Now, this is where Steve Parish comes into play for me, because I'm going to give Hodgson criticism now because he's the guy that's leading the team. Now, C. Parish is running the club day to day. And we've got our owner, John Tex, who's coming out publicly saying he regrets the decision to give him the power as well. And the one thing about C. Parish that annoys me the most is the fact that he keeps giving false promises that we buy into. We're going to take this club to the next level. About 4 years ago, we could win the club. We could win the Premier League in about 10 years' time. And here we are. 10 years' time, we're fighting relegation and Luton is, 3 points below us. I think it goes back down to the owners. It does. It goes back down to the owners. And, there's, of course, 3 of them. But it just seems like C. Parish's approach is just not working. It's not working. It just doesn't like to take risks.
I think the bottom line is that with the willingness to invest just isn't there. Oh,
it isn't. It isn't. There. And you will naturally go back. Look at Bournemouth. They took the risk. They could have stuck with the current. Well, Gary O'Neill. They could have stuck with him, not change the manager. They took the risk. They changed the manager, changed the philosophy, and it wasn't working at the start. But look at it now. It's working now. They backed him. The players that we wanted, Alex Scott, etc., that we were rumored with, they went and got them. Sinistera, and with us, it's like the same old, same old. It's like we never want to push forward. The only season we wanted to push forward as a football club is when Vieira first joined, and when we actually signed, players like that. And he said, apart from that, in the 10 years, it's the same old. Like we shouldn't be discussing relegation. We shouldn't be talking about relegation battle. And for me, as much as Hodgson gets, what happened? Oh, it's
Pochettino is going to get a yellow card. We don't care because he's just wandering all around the pitch.
See, huh?
I said Pochettino's just like wandering around onto the pitch and stuff. I don't know what's going on there.
What yellow card for what? But like, I don't want to be talking about while we're talking about relegation. He keeps talking out his arse, Parish. I'm sorry, Hambo, you might disagree, but he does. He does. He said we're taking this club to the next level. He loves to suck the fans in. We're so gullible. What is the next level? To the Championship? What are we doing?
I mean, like, now's not really the time. Like, I personally, I think it's a really, really hard job to own and run a football club. And we as fans, it's easy for us to point and say, should do this, should do that, should do that. But there are fundamental things that we have known for a long time. We needed a good Premier League quality right back. We've needed that for 5 years. We haven't got it. We need to be brave and back managers. Like, I mean, it depends what you've heard and what you believe about the whole Vieira situation. I think player power had a bit to do with that, but that was a really, really odd set of circumstances, right? We were brave enough to go and change something. It was working, and then we hit the panic button when we had a bad run of fixtures. Look at this now. A bad run of fixtures, but before it, we had a good run of fixtures, which we failed to actually win. So we're now we're in a bad run followed by another bad run, and still Hodgson's sitting there. And you can talk all you like about the squad he's got.
That's why the club. He runs the club day to day. That's what I'm saying, though. It goes down to him, and I'm tired of these balls. Like, he is a smart guy. Don't get fooled by him. And also, another thing with him is, look, I'm not going to blame him for this, but we need to remember, yes, he's a Palace fan, and I'm not saying he wants anything bad for Palace. I don't think that's his intentions. Yeah. But he also has an investment in this club, and he would want to protect his investment. And for me, the cost of relegation is higher than, if you get into Europe, then that's great. But, the goal, if I'm seeing Parish, my goal would be to make sure this club doesn't get relegated. It doesn't get relegated. That's how I feel. Yeah.
Your rant, you missed França just being França, running past three people, getting a shot. Yeah,
I honestly have no hope. But say, purpose, see, that's what I mean. I have no hope. But look, this is how I see it. He has an investment at Palace. Yes, he's a Palace fan, but he wants to protect his investment. That's why he's always this less risky approach. He's comfortable with just staying up. But there comes a point where you have that mentality of, we just want to stay up. We just want to stay up. That one season, it will cost you. It will cost you, and you end up going down because all you're trying to do is basically he's the Roy Hodgson of owners of running a football club. His worry is just to sit back and make sure we don't get relegated rather than push on. Is that not what Hodgson likes to do as well, Hambo?
I don't know. I would say, like, from what I understand, like, they try to do things in like financial cycles. They try and have like I understand like the current ploy. New stand 2026,
2027. Yeah. What's our goal between now and then? And also, we're building a new stand. It's going to help us financially, but I for 1 second, I don't believe this new stand is going to change Crystal Palace as a football club like completely. I think it's going to have a good influence, but we're not building a new 60,000 capacity stadium for our revenue to go 10-fold or 30-fold. Like, we're building a new stand. It's not a new stadium.
Yeah, but come on, mate. I want somewhere nice to sit. So, you know.
Yeah, you never go to games. You never go to games.
I've been to over one game this season. Look, I totally get where you're coming from, and you know everybody's accountable. It's done. It's 2-1 loss. I just saw Nick of Back of the Nest send in one of our WhatsApp chats. He said undeserved result, and I don't know what he means by that. Who would say we didn't deserve to lose that game by the action that we took? We had a good spell at the start of the half and a goal at the end of it, first half. Second half, we did really, really well for the first half of it, and then invited pressure. And the people on the bench decided that, we'll just take players off and invite more pressure, and we won't change anything tactically. We'll just accept it. And if we lose, we lose, and we lost. That's just what happened. You know?
He needs to go. Hodgson needs to go.
Yeah. Well, look, you know, the league table doesn't lie, right? The league table doesn't lie. Results don't lie.
Look, there's a banner there. There is a banner there, and I think if that banner is what I think it is the banner with Parish out, board out, sack the board. It looks like it near the front. That's interesting if we're holding that banner. Look, things are not gonna. I mean, when's the last time we won a game? It is going to get worse and it gets better. Something needs to change, and that's just a fact of it. Lost 2-1 to Chelsea. Last time we won a game in the Premier League,
Burnley. 4th of November was Burnley. 4th of November,
right? Nearly 2 months ago. Yeah. We haven't won. We haven't won a home game since September.
We haven't. Won, yeah, the last two went. We had like at the start of November, didn't we? Which was Burnley. Then it was the Man United game, which is the only real highlight of the season. And other than that, we've beaten Wolves and Sheffield United, teams we would really expect to beat. That's been our season so far. And how many games into our season are we? 20 is it now? I've lost track. No, we're exactly halfway. We're halfway in our season.
19,
we've
won
4 games. We'll be on, if we do exactly the same in the second half of the season, we'll be on 36 points, which most years would see you go down, I think.
Well, Man City's probably against Everton, so we're back up to 15th because they're on 17 points right now. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just, we're just looking at other results. That's our hope right now. Looking at other results. That's not a healthy way to run a football club. Looking at other results and hoping for the best. Simple as that. Like, Hodgson needs to go. Then when Hodgson goes, for me personally, of course, everyone's different. Everyone has their own views. Personally, there needs to be change at board level. There needs to be a change, whether that's Parish, whether that's Tex. There needs to be a change because I don't think this is a healthy way of running a club. When you have owners that's not on the same page, you can have disagreements, but clearly there's something going on behind the scenes. That's not healthy.
I gotta say, I really struggle with the whole board out thing. I'm not that I don't necessarily agree that there needs to be changes because I think that there does, but I just think it's such a hard thing. Like as a fan group and going, sack the board. It's like, and then what? Like, what do we do?
I think there needs to be a change. So,
but someone needs.
The best case scenario is all 3 of them go, and we have one owner that has the control of the club. That's the best case scenario. But if a realistic scenario is Parish goes, and we go from there. I think that's the easiest way of change.
But I've got to say, in terms of the setup, like, how can I put this? I of everybody involved in the club, like the only person that I 100% know for certain has the interests of Crystal Palace Football Club at heart is Steve Parish. I'm not saying he's the only one who can do it. And I know, John Textor's got his plan with the clubs that he's bought and what he's trying to put together with his ownership plan, but he's spread across multiple clubs. So, and I don't think Harris or Blitzer has any real interest in Crystal Palace, and I think
all 3 of them go. That's best case. All 3 of them.
So it's like, So
we need to change.
The basic situation is that we need to be in a position to invest money and invest it wisely in this club. And it involves being brave, and we keep finding, like you were saying, like the reasons, okay, we've got to spend 100 million quid on a stand, right? Before we can then go to the next level. But you're quite right. That's not what we were told last year, was it? Or the year before that, when it comes to selling season tickets, we're told we're taking the club to the next level now. It's about now. We've done the academy now. We've got players coming through now. The model we have now, the manager we have does not fit the model we have anymore. He fit for 10 games where we needed points. We needed people just to play with freedom. We needed a steady hand. He fit then. He doesn't fit now. He doesn't fit a team that needs to rely on young players. He will trust a senior player over a young player every single time. And even if a young player comes in, like França, like Ozo, like Rak-Sakyi, if they come in and they play well, they're still out of the team the next week. They still will go, and it will take repeated attempts and repeated games of them playing well, or a long period of somebody else out, for him to actually trust them and go, oh, okay, you might be a decent player.
So who's responsible for these decisions? This is what I get to. Who runs the club day to day?
So, yeah, I know, and you're saying Steve Parish, but I'm saying what the situation around that, the one thing he can change is the manager. And I suppose if I'm trying to put myself in his position, he got absolutely dog's abuse when he got rid of Vieira from most people, and me included, to be honest with you. And maybe that has an impact. Maybe it's like, well, if I panic and get rid of another manager, do I become the guy who panics and gets rid of managers?
Yeah, but no.
From the guy who meddled too much in transfers and lost managers.
He gave Vieira a lot of time, and I was the same. I didn't want Vieira gone at the time, and let's not talk about Vieira. But when you look at his past, in terms of Pardew, he kept Pardew for a long time. He kept Pardew way past the day. Can he not make the argument that he's doing the same thing right now with Hodgson as well? He's just hoping that it works when it's not working. He just keeps hoping for the best when it's insanity. Because how many wins? Last time we won a home game in the Premier League was in September. We are going into 2024. Last league game was on the 4th of November. We're nearly 2 months ago. Like, you have to make the decisions. You have to make the decision. And if he's not willing to make the decision, if he's moving scared, the thing is, now he's got Cooper. There is no, he rates Cooper as well. You have to make the decision. It's not working. It is not working. We're not getting results. It's simple as that. Whether we face it, sides that's below us, sides above us, in form, out of form, it's not working. It's not working. And for me, Man City, yes, it was nice getting a point, but that's not enough. We've got one win. One win was in the 4th of November. I've seen Palace win only once at home, and that was in September. October, November, December. We're going to Jack. It's been about nearly 4 months since I've seen Palace win at home. It's been
I'm going to say this as well, right?
Palace win point blank.
Like, at
what point do you change that? Because that's not healthy, and we are 3-4 points off Luton. Like, at what point do you make the change then?
Well, I don't know. Other than maybe Pardew, I don't know any other manager at Palace who's had such a poor run and got away with it.
It's because you know what it is. What I think it is the fact that he brought him here. I think he sees it as a respect thing. I think they've got respect for each other, Parish and Hodgson, and he just doesn't want to sack him. He just doesn't want to sack. He wants to give him as long as possible because he done a brilliant job for us at the end of last season. He wants to try and hope that Hodgson changes it because the plan is to let Hodgson go to the end of the season. But I'm sorry, this is a results business. I get it, you got respect for him, and I don't know why there's a fan running on the pitch when there's no one in the ground. But anyways,
good luck to him.
Yeah, there's a steward just chasing a fan on the pitch, but so just 2 people running on. But anyways, look, all jokes aside, I get it. It's personal. It's him and Hodgson. But you have to make if you are running Premier League Football Club, you have to move emotions aside and you have to make with logic. And right now, the logic is not adding up in terms of why Hodgson's our manager as it stands.
I think that's fair.
It's not working. It hasn't worked.
There's one other thing as well, right? That's also a factor, and that's the players, from what I hear, still really like Roy and the coaches. They like them. They like working with them. And again, that hasn't always been the case under previous managers, and I suppose that probably also has an impact. If you've got players knocking down your door as a chairman saying, this ain't working, these personalities don't really get the best out of us. We're having conflict here and there. I don't understand the tactics. I don't understand what we're trying to do in games. And if it's senior players you go knocking down his door, then he's going to act quicker than if he's just, sitting there watching results, thinking about the injuries, thinking about not panicking, thinking about the long-term plan, all that kind of stuff. I think it's probably easier not to act. But it's the same thing I criticise Roy for. I've got to criticise the ownership of the club for inaction because I criticise a manager for inaction. I don't have necessarily a lot of the time when Roy makes decisions with, tactical changes or substitutions. I understand why he's done it, and I don't have that big of a problem. I have a massive, massive problem with him not doing stuff, not recognising that a change is needed, not saying the right things at half time, not being proactive when you're in a good position in a game, and thinking positively about how to improve that position. It sounds like a really obvious thing to say, but I don't think we've ever approached a game that I can think of, other than when we've been absolutely dominated from start to finish and we've scored quick goals. But I don't think we've ever been in a position where we've got ourselves ahead in a game and thought, okay, now we need to push the foot down on the accelerator, right? Now we really need to, because if you're 2 goals up, it stands to reason, right? Defending 2 goals is a lot easier than defending a goal, yeah? Simple. But we don't think like that. We kind of think defending 1 point. Today we tried to defend a point again. I don't know why.
Same one. But look, we're going to wrap it up. The live match reaction show will start in about 5 to 10 minutes time. I just, of course, need to take a bit of a break. But head over there now. If you haven't already done so, make sure to leave a like and subscribe on this stream. Of course, for the live match reaction, we'll be answering your calls as well. The link will be posted. Look, thanks to every single one of you that's joined us live today. Unfortunately, another defeat for Palace. And some serious discussions to be had. If you stay on the stream, I believe you'll be redirected straight away to the live match reaction as soon as it ends, so you don't have to go anywhere. It's all set up for you as it stands. But thanks to every single one of you that's joined us, and hopefully we catch up with you all in a live match reaction. But until next time, up the Palace.